Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Pointer Media, and thanks for joining us tonight for this first round playoff game hosted right here in Van Buren. Now, stay tuned as the Van Buren Choir sings our national anthem.
Of the 6A state playoffs featuring the Marian Patriots and your Van Buren Pointers. As we celebrated Veterans Day on November 11th, we are forever grateful to all our veterans who serve and have served our nation to protect our freedom daily. At this time, we ask any veterans in attendance tonight to please rise so we may honor you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you all please rise as the Van Buren High School JROTC Color Guard makes their way to the field to present our national colors. The JROTC Color Guard is commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Lacey Eatman, Arkansas Flag Cadet Major June Cotton, Army Flag Cadet Staff First Sergeant Thomas Sumpuna, Battalion Colors Cadet Sergeant First Class Zoe Hutchison. Rifles are Cadet Captain Aiden Taylor and Cadet First Lieutenant Ian Hernandez. Please join me in the reciting of our Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now, a moment of silence. Thank you. At this time, the Van Buren High School Chamber Choir will sing our national anthem.
Thank you, Van Buren Chamber Choir, for that great rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. And they have done it each home game this year, and they have done a wonderful job, and we thank them for practicing and coming out and giving us their time and their attention to be able to do that. My name is Tim Malone. Normally you would be hearing from Jay Baker first, but Jay has a day job, and as most of you might already know, he is a police officer here in Van Buren, Arkansas. And he has been called out on a case to take care of tonight. So his day job is taking precedence over tonight. And he is extremely disappointed to not be able to be with us tonight. He may, if things go well, he may be able to join us by halftime or at some point during the game. But for right now, I want to introduce, most of you have heard his name, Austin Myers. He's been our spotter this year, but he's been at every game except one. So he knows this team. He knows what to expect, and he can give us some insight while I switch over to the play-by-play duties. And Austin, welcome tonight.
Hey, man, it's so great being here. It's playoff time in Arkansas.
Exactly.
It's a great night. We couldn't ask for better weather. It is nice and warm, so it's fun to be here, and I'm excited.
Well, we're here at beautiful Citizen Bank Stadium at Blakemore Field for tonight's first round of the 6A state playoff. It's featuring the Marian Patriots against your Van Buren Pointers. So tonight, let's break it down a little bit. We'll give you some more information, but in looking at this team over the last season, Marian was actually slotted to finish first or second in their conference. They didn't do as well as they had hoped. They wound up finishing tied for fourth. They wound up as the fifth seed because of the tiebreaker apparatus that goes on. So they're here tonight. Going back in history just a little bit, last year Van Buren went to Marian and upset Marian at their house. And kind of a crazy game. One of their top players was ejected in the game after throwing a punch. Things kind of went south for Marian from there. Van Buren was able to pull out the victory and move on to the second round. Looking now at this season, what do you think about what you've seen from Marian, the way this 2025 season has gone?
Well, Tim, when you look at Marian's schedule, they have lost to Conway, El Dorado, Jonesboro, and Benton.
Yeah.
But at the beginning of the season, they knock off Sylvan Hills 46-43, which is the 1 seed in the East.
Yeah. It was, Sylvan Hills was considered going into the season, them and Benton, the big dogs in that conference. Sylvan Hills finished as the 1 seed, Benton is the 2 seed. So it didn't go as well for Marian. Now let's look back on Van Buren's season and how Van Buren wound up here tonight.
Well, anytime you start off 4-0 in conference play, that's fantastic.
Right.
And then you run into Greenwood, then you run into Mountain Home, Shiloh Christian last week. Those are powerhouse programs. We fought hard, but at the end of the day, we're starting 0-0 today.
That's right.
It's a whole new season, so we'll just see how this plays out.
Yeah, it's playoff. It's tournament time. It's kind of like if you look at it as March Madness. Teams work hard to get into the tournament, but once you start in the tournament, everybody, it's you win or go home. And that's kind of where we're at tonight. You look at the way the Pointers started, and then to host a playoff game for the first time in 10 years, this is a pretty good deal. And it's a step on the rung of that ladder that Coach Mo Henry has been talking about all season long. And he made the comment about not backing into the playoffs. You go 4-0 in conference. You beat Siloam Springs, you beat Lake Hamilton, you beat Southside. You win those, and Russellville, and so you win those first 4 games. And it's been a long time since Van Buren's beaten Lake Hamilton and Southside in the same season. So they did that this year. They set themselves up, and then they ran into the gauntlet, which was Greenwood, Mountain Home, and Shiloh Christian, which you just referred to. And that's a gauntlet that Coach Mo Henry said, look, I don't care who you play for, where you're at in the state of Arkansas. Those are 3 programs that there's hardly anybody in this state. There's probably not anybody in this state that's going to run the table.
Right. And when you go back and look at those 3 programs, in the state of Arkansas, it probably doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah.
It's called a gauntlet for a reason.
Yeah. And they're all ranked. They've been most of the season. They've all been ranked at the top. So But wash that away. We're done with that. We're moving on. We're now hosting a first-round playoff game. Now let's talk about tonight. We've talked about the past. We've talked about the history. Let's talk about tonight and what we can expect as far as both of these teams are concerned. Looking at Marian, watching some film this week on Marian, I noticed that their defense is extremely athletic and fast, especially from sideline to sideline. They're good man-to-man coverage, but you can find spots in that zone. They have no issue rushing, do they?
No, they don't. They're going to get after it today, especially on the defensive side of the ball. They're probably gonna come with a lot of blitzes. They're gonna try to rush Williford. They're gonna get to him quite often tonight.
Yeah.
He's got to stay poised. He's got to focus on his target and focus on making a pass back there. And just stay calm and do your job. That's all you got to do.
The key on that is they will line up in a three-man front, but you don't know. They're typically, I would say 10% of the time, they may come with just three. Typically, they're coming with 4 or 5, and sometimes they're bringing the house. They love to pressure the quarterback, and the offensive line is going to have to pick that up, and they're going to have to try to get that shut down to give Williford at least a couple of seconds to get rid of the ball. Tonight, it's imperative for him to make his quick read, get the ball out to Riggs, to Steele, to Wilford, to get the ball out to those receivers as quickly as he can. And then also, you've got to keep them honest with the run with Hayden Christenberry. But if this team, if I saw them, and I don't even really want to call it a weakness because they are fast. And this team is a fast football team on both sides of the football. But they're going to have to be able to make some good plays and get the run established, and then they're going to have to be quick because on passing downs, and sometimes not even on passing downs, they're coming after you.
Right. And, Tim, one of my favorite sayings, and we watch a lot of football together.
Yeah.
One of my favorite sayings is, you've got to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
Yeah.
You've got Austin Riggs over 1,000 yards receiving. You've got Hayden Christenberry over 1,000 yards rushing. You've got Teray Wilford, who has speed like no other.
Yeah.
You've got to get the ball in their hands. And if you do that, I think that's a recipe for success.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right. And it's also going to come down to mistake-free football. I think this could come down tonight to the team that has the least amount of turnovers at the worst time where you don't want that to happen. I think that's going to make a huge difference. Now, flipping over and looking at the Marian side of the football on offense, again, they're fast. Now, talk a little bit about their offensive line.
Well, Tim, they're pretty big.
Yeah,
We've got some big boys out there. And I know you're familiar with the term big boy football.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be tonight.
Yeah.
We've got to rely on our athleticism on defense to be able to get to that quarterback, contain him, and try to force him into making some bad decisions. And if we can get past that offensive line, I think we're going to be in good shape, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, and that's 100% right. And that offensive line will be the biggest we've seen all year. They are big. They have one kid that's 345 pounds. I think all of them are at least, they're pushing 300, if not over that. Now, the positive on that is they're not super athletic. As far as the rest of this team goes, as far as fast and athletic, but that offensive line is just big. And that doesn't mean to say they're not good at what they do, but they are very big. They don't move as well as some of the other offensive lines we have seen this year. But we're not going to blow through them. You're not going to bull rush them. You're going to have to cut the gaps. You're going to have to come from the edges. You're going to have to do some swim moves and spins to get around them because they are that big. But they are gettable. Now the running backs and the quarterback, they're fast. They are able to get to the outside. Number 4, Rico Ward, is very good. Zayden Walker is their quarterback, and he's got a good arm. He throws a nice deep ball, Austin, but I don't think he's as good with crossing routes and without patterns. But he does throw a nice deep ball. And if you get pressure on him, he will throw off his back foot. He's got a strong arm, so he depends on that. But we can force him into mistakes if we can put that kind of pressure on him for him to be thrown off of his back foot.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, they've got to get after him and force him into making some tough decisions. I think that going back to that offensive line of Marian, they are big, but you can't let that intimidate you. You got to go after them. You got to get after them, make them work.
Yeah, and I think our defense will do that. Our box, our front three, and our 5 linebackers and backs have come in, and they've really done a good job this week. Some of the onus is going to be on our defensive backs tonight. If we bring much pressure tonight, they're going to be in some man-to-man coverage, and there's a lot of speed. Number 12, he is very good and he is very fast, and he can get deep. Now, on the Van Buren offensive side, we've talked about Hayden Christenberry. I mean, we're talking about 3 skill positions that have done as well in this program as any. And so there's a lot of positives on that side of the football. So excited to see what Riggs is able to do tonight, what Williford and Wilford and Christenberry are able to do against this defense. And I know these coaches have it dialed up, and they're ready to go, and they're prepared for tonight.
Yeah, I agree. You also can't forget about Carter Kelly.
Yeah.
He is a great route runner. He's able to get into open space, and he can make some plays for you as well.
That's right. Now the captains are about to come out onto the field for the coin toss. The captains for Marian, our visiting team tonight. 0 is Ryan Blackwell. Number 17 tonight is Solomon Flores. And number 10 is Bryson Gladney. Now for the Van Buren Pointers, Austin Riggs, number 10, Jace Ponder, number 7, Antoine Cooper, number 56. I'm sorry, but I can't see the last number. Oh, okay. Number 5 is Brady Perkins. So those are the 5 captains heading out to midfield to decide who's going to make the call tonight and who's going to get the football. Typically, the referee gives them, a good sportsmanship speech, tells them that, we want to see you guys do well tonight, and we also want to see you stay healthy tonight. And that's really the job of the referees, is to make sure that the game, first of all, is played in a safe manner, and then it also is done in a fair manner. And these playoff crews are experienced, and they're usually ready to go, and they're as prepared as each football team. Marian won the toss, and they decided to take the football. That's, pretty much in today's game, you win the toss. Most of the times you defer, but Marian wants to get the football, and they want to try to prove something right off the bat against these Pointers. And the Pointers also now want to bring that defense out and make their own point. The Pointers are about to come out on the football field out of that VB green helmet. And be prepared as your Pointers come out to start round 1 of the playoffs here at Citizens Bank Stadium and Blakemore Field. Exciting night here at the field. It's been something that the Pointers have. This was a goal before the season started, and meeting with the coaches before the season started, talking about making those steps. Programs make steps, whether it's high school programs or whether it's college programs. I mean, you go back, Alabama wasn't very good before Nick Saban took over. I mean, of course, you go back to Bear Bryant, you go back to those days, but they went through a period of time, and then you bring in coaching matters. I used to think early on, coaching was, you have to have athletes, you have to have players. Well, yeah, you do have to have that, but you also have to have coaches that know how to use that talent, put them in places, and then motivate them to be able to do the job that they need to do to win football games.
And that's exactly right, Tim. And just to add to that, Mo Henry is doing a fantastic job here. He's brought this football program to life.
Yeah. Well, we're getting ready for the opening kickoff in this first-round playoff game. Enjoy this game with us. We'll try to keep you aware of what's going on and give you a little insight, and enjoy this first-round playoff game. Kicks away. It's deep. And as usual, it is a touchback. That is a great advantage to have, is to have somebody that can put the ball into that end zone. Derek Kelly has just done a fantastic job all year, and that puts them at the 20-yard line and not at the 30 or 35. That's an advantage, and I think if you look at the statistics, how that cuts down on the ability for a team to march the field when they have that extra 10 to 15 yards to go, Austin.
Yep. And you're making them work for it. They have to go 80 yards to score.
Absolutely. Here we go, set up. They're set up with nobody in the backfield. Now, sometimes they will bring somebody back. They'll bring in motions, but you've got trips to the right. He's looking to pass on the very first down. And he's got a completion out to number 7. And he is one of their athletes. There's no doubt about it.
Good tackle there by Jackson Silvers.
Yeah, Jeremiah Dent is one of their speedsters. He is a guy that you're going to hear us call his name a lot tonight. They're set up again now with the single back set. They'll hand off. Up. Good job by the Pointer defense. They got some push, but they were able to hold him to about a 3-yard gain. Good job coming up and stuffing the run right there at the line of scrimmage. Linebackers did it. Jace Ponder, Darren Mays, they came up and were able to help that line get it stopped. Wow, different formation, 3 backs, trying to get around the end. I think he's just going to be a little bit short of the first down.
Tim, I think they gave it to him. I think they
No,
gave him
he's just a yard short. They're going to mark him just a yard short.
The official on the other side had it right at the line, and then he backed up.
Yeah. Jeremiah Dent was the one on that carry, and like we said, you're gonna hear his name a lot tonight. They stopped that play before it even started. They've got a flag down. Typically, when you see the official throw the flag to one side or the other, he threw it towards the offensive side, so it probably is going to be a false start. Yep, that's what we have.
Not all players set at the snap. So now, got them in 3rd and long here. Defense has an opportunity to really step up.
Yeah, and something they're lining up and going a little quicker. The film that I saw this week, they did a lot of huddling. They were kind of old school. Most teams don't huddle anymore. They're going quick, but tonight they've changed it up a little bit, and they are going in the quick formation. And you can see they've already run 3 different formations tonight, so they're trying to confuse this defense. Back to pass. That is right on the line. It looks like they are going to give him the first down yardage. He caught the ball right at that spot.
Yep.
So they've got the first down. Patriots with 1st and 10 at the Pointer 37-yard line. Zayden Walker sets him up. He's under the center. 3-man backfield. Didn't see a lot of this. This is kind of a power look, something that they didn't show a lot in film. But he's going to pass out of this formation. Zayden Walker, he's got a wide open receiver on the left side on a wheel route, and he takes it down to the Van Buren 10-yard line. They're gonna mark him out at marking him down at the 11-yard line. So they're gonna have the ability to get a first down at the 1.
And that was number 17, Solomon Flores, right there. He was one of the guys we were talking about at the beginning that's going to make a huge difference for this Marian offense.
Yes. And he's going around the left end.
Great tackle.
That was a really good ankle tackle. Jeremiah Dent, was that Jace Ponder, Austin?
Tristan Ray.
Tristan Ray, number 8, Tristan Ray in there playing cornerback. Tristan came up. Tristan does a great job coming up on run support. Walker back. No, now they're going to do some misdirection. Oh, that looked like a block in the back, but nope. He must have been turned around the other way. That's a touchdown for the Marian Patriots. Number 17, Solomon Flores on that.
Yes, it was.
I noticed they will run a lot of misdirection, and they will do reverses. Something that you'll see out of the Marian Patriots is getting the flow going one way and then back the other way. They did it that time, and they got themselves a touchdown. Now the attempt for the extra point. Low snap, kick is up.
Oh, it's blocked.
Blocked. It wasn't a good snap. It didn't get started very well, so positive right there. They score a touchdown, but bad snap. Van Buren's able to take advantage and block that kick. And now it's time for us to take a chance to look at the Van Buren offense.
And, Tim, a blocked kick like that, that's something that will make a huge, huge difference later on in the game. Because that's something that you look back on and you go, wow, it's a 1-point game right now. That's something that can make a difference, and it could work out in the Pointers' favor.
Yeah, and when you look at a game like this that you think is going to be fairly close, special teams can make a huge difference. Again, you go back to the Philip Kelly being able to put the ball into the end zone on the kickoffs. We haven't seen their kicker, and I will tell you in watching film, they almost always onside kick. Now, if they don't get them, that's a positive for the Pointers because you cut the field basically in half. And I didn't see a ton of successful onside kicks by the Patriots. And we'll see if they start the ball game off on their side with an onside kick tonight.
Well, Tim, I think Mo Henry's watched a little bit of film.
Yeah,
he is.
He knows, and we talked to him when we talked to him on Tuesday. He said that's something we're ready for. Good pickup right there. Good coverage by Marian, but he was just kind of a pooch kick straight down the middle, and Blaine Pruitt was able to pick the ball up, get it. He probably got about 7 or 8 yards before being tackled. But now Van Buren is setting up shop at the 32-yard line, first down. So not bad 31-yard line. Not bad field position to get started. Hayden Williford, he's backed up by Hayden Christenberry. Receivers, Austin Riggs, Teray Wilford set out. Nice run, nice opening, solid 8.5, 9-yard gain on the very first play. Great job on a defense that is really trying to blitz you and over-aggressive. That's a great way to start. Another handoff, first down by Christenberry. 4-yard gain by Christenberry. That'll move the sticks. That puts Christenberry down at the 43-yard line. So 43-yard line for the Pointers. 1st and 10, and they're going quick. They're moving quick. Another handoff. Good opening. Great job by the offensive line. Christenberry up again. Hey, if you're gonna pound 4 or 5 yards, why not?
That goes back to the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. Keep pounding it. Hey, they're opening holes. And then that can also open up the passing game. Wilford barks up some signals, but then he looks over the sideline. They're waiting. We've got Stacks over here to the left. Austin Riggs stacked behind Teray Wilford. But a handoff. Good defensive play that time. They were able to stop Hayden Christenberry for no gain.
Tackle made by Christopher.
Now you're looking at third down and about, it's a long 5
Third down
for the Pointers.
47.
Now wide receivers left, Riggs and Wilford. Now split out wide is Wilford. Roll out by Wilford.
Pass incomplete,
And
intended for
just kind of went through the hands of Teray Wilford.
Fourth down.
Fourth down. Here comes the punt unit. The question was, it's kind of a tough place on the field, Austin. It's really not 4-down territory unless you only have a yard, maybe 2 at the most, I think.
Well, I think if we were, just on the other side of the 50, maybe 4th and 3, 4th and 4, I think you might consider it. But I think 4th and 5, this early in the game, you've got to punt it away.
Yeah, I think you're right. Pointers in punt formation. Get the ball away. Manning Dotson. Ball bounces up to the Patriot. He's out of bounds just inside the 40.
K. Harris Hill with the
And they'll start off at a decent field position. Not one of Dotson's typical punts. Kajeris Hill was the returner for the Patriots. He's got some speed. He got to the outside, was able to make a decent return out of it.
First and 10 Patriots.
Although that was Kagan Mutters. It looked like, was that who kicked the ball? It looked like number 30 for the Pointers. I apologize for that. Usually Manning Dotson is our guy that's at back deep in the punt. Patriots set, 2 backs. He's got some room, number 7 with some speed, and it looks like he's going to break it all the way for the Patriot touchdown. That's one of those things, speed kills, Austin, and they've got it in spades on that side. They're able to run the ball really well. They're fast young men, and he had a wide open field right up the middle.
Yeah, and I mean, when you get a player with that kind of speed into open space, it makes it tough on the defense.
Jeremiah Dent, watching him on film, he is a quick young man. He is able to, once he gets an opening, he can take advantage of it. Patriots now set up for the extra point. Say they can get a better snap off this time. A little bit low. Holder was able to get it down. Kick is through and good. 7:56 to go in the first quarter here at Citizens Bank Stadium, Blakemore Field. Right now 13 Marian Patriots, 0 for your Van Buren Pointers. We'll take a quick break right here, and we'll be right back with you. Welcome back, everyone, to Citizens Bank Stadium, Blakemore Field. We want to thank the University of Arkansas Fort Smith for their sponsorship this year. It's what makes these broadcasts possible. We want to thank them for their support of Van Buren Pointer Athletics. And now it's time. The Pointers, they made a little headway. Hayden Christenberry was able to run the ball. We need to set that up some more, see if we can get the ball down the field in the passing game. Here we go with the onside kick, something we talked about. Ball's out of bounds, right at the 50-yard line. It will be Van Buren's football.
So, Tim, on that last possession, Van Buren was running the ball with authority. That was they were a downhill running attack.
Yeah.
You've got to get back to that, and I think you've got to maybe spread out the field a little bit. Try to get some guys open. You're in great field position starting right now.
Yeah.
So, shorter field. Take advantage.
Yeah. Hayden Wilford set up in the gun. Hayden Christenberry behind him, split out wide right. Austin Riggs, Teray Wilford Handoff to Christenberry up the middle. Got a good push. 4-yard gain for Christenberry.
That was a tough run right there.
Tough run.
He ran right into the teeth of that defense, got hit right after the line of scrimmage, and still managed to get 4 yards. Great run, tough.
Wilford now flanked to his right is Christenberry. Patriots are threatening the blitz, and sometimes they don't just threaten. They'll bring it. They'll come up into the gaps. And they've got 4 up on the line of scrimmage, and here they come. Wilford took the ball on his own, went up the middle. Oh, we got some messes going on. What is going on around here? Oh, my goodness. We got flags between Teray Wilford and the defensive back on the other side. That number 7, the young man who scored the touchdown, he got into it with Teray Wilford. Let's see how they figure this out. Jeremiah Dent and Teray Wilford were locked up for a minute.
Tim, these guys are pumped up right now. Lots of energy out there on the field.
All right, they're going to call unsportsmanlike conduct on both number 7 and number 2, Teray Wilford. Just take note, if a player gets 2 unsportsmanlike conduct fouls, they are ejected from the game, and then they can't play the following week if there is a game the following week. So that's just something they've got to be aware of. And that's something as officials you try to get settled down. When something like that happens early, you have to stay in control. Wilford's back. Hayden Christenberry. He's going to follow Wilford's going to follow Christenberry through the hole, and he's still running inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. First down, Pointers. Great job. Good play call. Just kind of a power run, faking the ball. And he really didn't even fake it to Christenberry. He just kind of followed him right into the hole.
He did, and that was Tristan Ray right there on the carry.
Oh, okay. Tristan Ray's in. Okay.
He did a great job following Christenberry, found an opening, and took it. What a great run.
Good job by Tristan Ray. That time he hands it off to Christenberry. Not much going there. He tried the right side. Not much going right. Got about a yard or two. Down to about the 28-yard line. It'll be second and 9 from this point. We've seen one attempted pass. We haven't had a completed pass. Out to the left, we've got Austin Riggs underneath. Nice throw, nice catch. Just kind of a pitch and toss.
That was Phillip Steele.
Yeah, Phillip Steele. A nice pass, just one of those quick. Austin Riggs took one deep, and Tristan Ray on the carry again, right up the gut of the defense, and he's able to get, looks like about 5 yards. You know, that's the goal. If you can move the ball 5 yards at a time, you'll take that all day. Two plays and you've got yourself a first down.
Absolutely. 5 yards of play, that's a recipe for success.
Yeah. So we haven't seen if Williford was hurt or if they're just making a change. They're trying to look at something different here. But right now, Tristan Ray has been in this game for this particular series. He got up, got through. He took that ball on his own again, and he's just short of a first down. We're going to have third and about 1 at the 11-yard line.
Big third down.
Yeah, and this is definitely 4-down territory. Being down 13-0, you're looking at 4-down territory if they don't get it here. But the Pointers following, Tristan Ray's following Christenberry through. They're still pushing. Okay, he goes back. First down and goal. First and goal from the 2-yard line. Just power running. We started at the 50-yard line after that attempted onside kick, or not after the attempted, after the onside kick, we got the ball at the 50-yard line, and they've been able to move the ball power-wise down. A great catch by Philip Steele on a slant, and then now here we are at the 2-yard line. To Tristan Ray, he's following Christenberry again through the hole. They were lined up for him that time. Not a lot. He might have got a half yard. He's down to about the 1.5-yard line. Second down.
He just ran right into the teeth of that defense there.
Yeah.
That was, great play design. He's been successful running the football so far. So, great play call. Let's line it up and punch it in here.
Yep. Philip Steele, Austin Riggs split out to the left. Christenberry, Tristan Ray in the backfield. 3:40 to go in this game. Just another good defense. Oh, he's got in for the touchdown. Touchdown Pointers.
He was not going to be denied.
No, and it looked like he was. It looked like he was stopped. I thought he might have gotten stopped, and the official saw different, and he was able to knife through and get that touchdown. Tristan Ray. Great drive by the Pointers. 50-yard drive. 3:36 left to go in the first quarter. Now the attempt for the extra point. There's our guy Manning Dotson. Kicks it through. 13-7. Austin, talk about that drive.
Well, Tim, we got back to the basics, running the football, a downhill running attack. Christenberry did a great job, and then it was the legs of Tristan Ray that got you down there. He made a great pass. Philip Steele had a great catch to get him down close to the red zone, and they relied on the legs of Tristan Ray right there, and you hit pay dirt. I think you got to keep going to the kid, keep doing what's working, and I think you'll be okay.
And the pass play, I really like the design of the pass play. They put Philip Steele and Austin Riggs out. Austin Riggs was split out, or actually Philip Steele was to his outside. He took off on a pattern that went straight towards the corner and took that defensive back with him. Philip Steele cut inside that, and he was inside the defensive back. Tristan Ray hit him right on the numbers, and he was able to make that catch, and it was a big first down. That was a big play that got the Pointers down, and then they just used power football to get into the end zone.
Absolutely.
Set up now for the kickoff. Again, another deep boot, one into the end zone. The Marian Patriots will start at the 20-yard line. The defense had some time. What's nice about that last drive is the defense had time to kind of regroup, talk about what happened, because it was a one-play drive, and it was about almost 60, a little over 60-yard run by the Marian Patriots. Took the ball all the way. Now the defense has a chance. They had a chance to talk about it, trying to figure some things out and get those holes plugged.
I agree. Let's just shake off the nerves a little bit and get out there and let's play some football.
Zayden Walker, he's set back by himself. He's got 4 to his left. They're going to try to set up a screen, but it's an incomplete pass. Trying to get the ball out to Rico Ward. Again, trying to set up some of that speed in some open space. And I thought the Pointers had it covered pretty well.
They did. They had it covered pretty well. Number 5 here, Brady Perkins, looks like he was down here on the outside. He had it covered. He was getting blocked, but I think he had that covered up pretty well. Forced the guy to drop the ball.
Handoff now. He's going to try to go to the outside. Great job.
Great tackle right there.
Great job by the Pointer defense. Antoine Cooper coming up. He noticed the play. For him to be out there, that's something he just read. He did a great job reading that play because it was a sweep to the outside. They were able to cut it back to the pursuit, and he made a great tackle. Walker back again. He's got a wide open receiver right down the middle of the field. His H-back.
That was number 17, Solomon Flores, right there on the catch. He slipped past that defense and settled down, found a spot.
Flores can be dangerous. He can find a spot in that zone. He was able to get in there, and there really wasn't a Pointer around him. Walker again. He hands off to Burns. these guys run hard. I noticed on film, even though they get through the line, they were able to just kind of drag some tacklers with them. They are fast, but they also have some power.
They're going to fight for every yard too, Tim. They're going to come out when they run up the middle. They got 4 men in the backfield here.
4 setup. Walker.
You don't know who's getting the ball.
And every one of them has some speed. They're kind of stretching it out, but he was still able to get about 6 or 7 yards on that carry. Again, it's just kind of a two-headed monster. Rico Ward, Jeremiah Dent, and then you've got Solomon Flores out there. And then the quarterback, Zayden Walker, can also run with the ball. Split 4 wide.
They had that covered up well. They had that covered up very, very well.
They did. And they were putting enough pressure on him that he was making a quick throw. And when he's hurried at all, he doesn't make real accurate throws. And that one was to the outside of his receiver, out of bounds. Big third down.
I was playing through it out there on the coverage, too.
Walker, now they're going to go. Ball's on the ground. The ball is on the ground, and the Pointers have it. The ball is recovered by the Van Buren Pointers after a bad toss. That ball was recovered by Jalen Brown.
What a great heads-up play there. He noticed the ball on the ground. A little miscue by this Marian offense, but, hey, we'll take it. That was fantastic, being able to jump on the ball back there. Now you got great field position and a chance to go down the field and take the lead.
What I loved about that was the ball was on the ground. He was trying to get it picked up, and there were 3 pointers on him before he knew what happened. You love to see defense, that kind of pursuit and defense like that. It was just he was trying to pitch it at the same time, handing it off, and it just kind of got messed up between the two of them, and the ball hit the ground. I think Marion's trying to claim that was a pass, like that was a jet sweep, but that was not a jet sweep. That was not a pass. That ball was backwards. Yeah.
They're going to stick with it. They're going to stick with the call here. He's pleading his case over there pretty hard, but I think they got it right.
Yeah. I mean, he knows, the coaches know that this game is about putting the ball on the ground or putting the hands of the other team on offense, and you just don't want to have to do that. And there's no way that was a forward pass or what they would call a jet sweep where they pitch the ball forward. That ball was backwards. In fact, he was trying to hand it off. All right, here we go. Pointers with the football, 46-yard line. Williford's back in the game. Hayden Christenberry on a fantastic run. This time he goes to the outside, left side, turns it upfield, and he's able to get a first down for the Pointers, now in Marian territory.
That entire defense crashed the middle.
Yeah.
They crashed. He saw it, bounced it out to the outside. Great vision and a great run by the sophomore.
Good job. Christenberry again on the play. Ran into number 11, but he met him head on. Still, 3-yard gain by Hayden Christenberry.
No fear from that young man.
No.
No fear.
And, you had Williford in on the first series. They brought Tristan Ray in on the next series. Now Williford's back in. Maybe the coaches are just trying to switch some things up, give them just a different look. Christenberry again with a hold on the right. It closed in a hurry. He only got about a yard. That play really developed early, but Marion's defense was able to close down on it and get it shut down pretty quick because that looked like that was going to be a pretty big gainer.
And that was the speed and athleticism of that Marian defense we were talking about earlier. You looked like you got something, and then they crash hard.
We have Wilford and Riggs stacked on the left side. Williford looking to the coaches, waiting for the play. Christenberry back behind him. Pass, he's looking. He's got Wilford. Oh, man, to Ray Wilford. The ball, he got hit right when the ball got there. The ball popped up in the air. He almost made a recovery. He was trying to reach back and make a play out of it.
That would have been one for the highlight reel.
Oh,
there.
Man.
What great concentration. Had his hands on it after it got tipped.
Yeah.
Just couldn't quite come down with it. Great effort, but now we're 4th down at the 10.
Fourth
Looks
down.
like they're going for it here.
They're going for it. 4th down. Wilford barking early signals, maybe trying to get them to jump, give us a little bit shorter. They didn't move. Making the change at the line.
Can't hold anything back now.
Oh. That's just one of those. That almost looked like a read option. He waited. They were patient with it, but he read instead of throwing the ball because the line held, so you wouldn't have it ineligible downfield. And then Wilford decided on his read to hand it off. It just didn't work out for the Pointers. Turning the ball over on downs. Now the Marian Patriots will take the ball over at their own 39-yard line, 1st and 10, with 46 seconds to go in this first quarter. 13-7, Marian Patriots lead. Walker back. Hands off. Great job by the defense.
Run by Rico Ward. Tackle made by
Jackson Silvers just comes in, and I'm telling you, for a kid that's just not that big, he really just cuts in, and he makes some great plays.
He does. He's strong. He's disciplined, and he just ran right through there, read the play perfectly, and made a great tackle.
Zayden Walker now trying to get the play. They're waiting for the end of the. They're waiting for the end of the quarter. Yeah, they're just going to let the clock run out for the end of the quarter. So at the end of this first quarter, Van Buren Pointers 7, Marian Patriots 13 in this first round of the 6A playoffs here at Citizens Bank Stadium at Blakemore Field. We're going to stop for just a second. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Tim Malone along with Austin Myers, and I know if you've just joined us or you came in halfway through that first quarter, you're used to hearing the smooth and textury voice of Jay Baker. And unfortunately, Jay is not with us tonight. His day job as a police officer called him away tonight, so we're hoping that maybe he'll be able to join us. I'm trying to do the best I can. I know I'm not Jay Baker from a play-by-play standpoint. He does a fantastic job, but we're just trying to fill in and do it. I'm joined tonight by Austin Myers, who is typically our spotter. He's up in the booth with us, but tonight he's jumping on for some commentary. So let's now continue this game. Here we are in the second quarter. Patriots have the ball, 2nd and 9 from their own 40. Walker's back to pass. He can't find anybody. He's looking, and he just throws the ball into the turf short of his receiver on the right-hand side. Good job, good pursuit. Really, that started off with coverage because he had time.
He did have time, and when he started rolling out to the outside there, they played really, really good containment. They didn't let him get on the outside of him. They stayed in a good spot, had a great angle on him, and forced him to get – he was going to either get hit or get rid of the football, and he chose the latter.
That's right. 3rd down. This is a big 3rd down, 3rd and 9. If you can keep them here from getting much, don't even let them think about 4th down. They're trying to bring – oh, we've got a stoppage early.
Looks like a timeout.
Timeout Marian. They called that, boy, right before the snap.
It was close.
Yeah. Timeout Marian Patriots. Last year – We talked about this in the pregame. If you didn't join us for the pregame, last year, these are the two teams that met first round last year, but in Marian. This year, obviously we're here in Van Buren, but last year in Marian, the Pointers were able to come back late in that game, and I think the final score was 29-26, and their quarterback, and I think he graduated. I may be wrong, but he was ejected in that game for throwing a punch, and it really turned the tail for Marian. Van Buren was able to come back and win that football game.
It was a game changer. I mean, anytime your star quarterback is not unable to perform the rest of the game, it's big for the other team.
Solomon Flores in motion. He's back. He's looking again. Just overthrown. He was trying to get the ball out to Jeremy Dent. Dent had a little bit of space on a outside shoulder throw. If he gets it there, he was unable to get the ball to his receiver. And that's the one thing I noticed on film this week, Austin, was the one thing about Walker, he does have a really good arm, but he's not super accurate.
Yeah, we kind of noticed that on the last few passes that he's had. We kind of noticed the inaccuracy a little bit. And you know what? That's something else that works in the favor of Van Buren.
Oh, for sure. And he was covered, but it had to be a really good throw. Punt. Almost got it because he skipped the ball back there. He got it off the side of his foot. It goes out of bounds at the Van Buren 41-yard line. Great field position for the Pointers to start off. 41-yard line. That ball skipped back to the punter. They're fortunate that ball didn't skip away or go between his legs. It could have been a whole lot worse, the fact that he got it off. But the Pointers were in there quick, almost blocked that punt.
Yeah, Tim, I was just about to say, man, they were coming after it. They saw that ball hit the ground. This defense, after that turnover from Marian where we recovered the fumble, they're fired up.
Yeah,
all it takes is one play to get fired up. And I'm telling you what, they're playing with some fire right now. If that punt would have been blocked, they would have been going nuts.
And they turned it around. They were able to really stop that pretty potent Marian offense last drive. Here we go. Wilford back, looking across the middle. He's got Phillip Steele again right across the middle. First down, Pointers. Nice job, Steele, finding the spot in the zone right there, sitting down right in that spot. Williford saw him cutting. He made the pass, hit him right between the numbers, and great game by the Pointers.
Yeah, Tim, I mean, he just put it right there. I mean, right there where only his guy could get to it.
What's nice about that, too, Austin, is being able to start off on a first down, throwing a pass like that. Now they're going to try to be cognizant of that. It kind of opens your run game up a little bit.
Yes, it does.
And there you go.
There we go. Speak of the devil.
And now a 13-yard run by Hayden Christenberry for a Pointer first down. Again, this is where the offense works on each other. You get a passing game that works. It opens up the running game, and then vice versa. Hand off to Christenberry. Christenberry out to the right. He's got a chance if he's got one guy. Oh, down to the 5-yard line. Great job, Hayden Christenberry. Christenberry's having a night so far. Down to the 5-yard line. Coming in with great vision, looking up. His hole was really more right outside the tackle, and he was able to cut it outside. Great blocking by the offensive line. Now Tristan Ray's in. Tristan Ray following Christenberry through the hole.
Still going forward for a couple.
Stacked up. Yeah, he probably got 1.5, 2 yards.
And you know what, Tim? I want to go back to that first down pass.
Mm-hmm.
When you do that, like you said, it opens up the run game. But you've also – I noticed some frustrations on that defensive side. They're frustrated. You know, they're throwing their hands up at each other like, what are we doing? What are you doing? You missed that. You missed this. They're frustrated. They're on their heels, and we've just got to keep coming at them.
Great point and good. Right across the middle. Did that ball get tipped?
I believe so.
I think it did.
I believe so. It got tipped
because I'm telling you, he was wide open, and it looked with Phillip Steele again open towards the back of the end zone. Williford made a good pass, but was it? Yeah, it was Williford. Tristan Ray is now coming back in. Williford made a good pass. Ball just got tipped to the line of scrimmage.
Very unfortunate there, Tim.
Yeah, because that was a touchdown.
He had him open, and easy touchdown there. But you know what? It's the next play that matters.
Yeah. 3rd and 4. Now Tristan Ray's in with Christenberry in the backfield. No, we've got a early whistle.
Looks like it's going to be a false start on Van Buren.
Let's see what the referees now. They're talking. Okay.
Wow.
Offsides.
Wow.
Half the distance to the goal. That'll go from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. So we got 3rd and 2. Hey, cuts everything in half.
Kind of opens up the playbook a little bit more, 2 yards to go. You've almost got to be thinking 2, maybe 4 down territory.
Oh, there's no doubt. I think there's for sure 4. We're going Tristan Ray right up the middle. Who needs 4 downs when you can get it in 3? Tristan Ray right up the middle, following Christenberry through the hole. Again, we've seen that multiple occasions tonight. We saw it on the touchdown before. Here we go again. Touchdown Pointers. Pointers now can take the lead with a extra point.
And you know what, Tim? I mentioned it on the last drive. Tristan Ray is running that football with confidence. He's putting his head down, running straight into the
we're going
teeth
for 2,
defense.
Austin.
We are going for
Yep.
2.
Oh, now they're moving.
Gonna move out of it.
Hayden Christenberry, direct snap to Hayden Christenberry. He's in.
That's a touch. Yeah.
That's a 2-point conversion. Great job. That's something we've watched all of their football games all year. We haven't seen that this year.
We have not.
We haven't seen where they've shifted out of that, where you put Hayden Williford under center. They shift out of that. They put Tristan Ray back. They snap the ball, to Hayden Christenberry. Then they do a direct snap to Hayden Christenberry, and he takes it. Honestly, he got in pretty simple.
Yeah, he didn't even get – I don't even think he got hit until right at the goal line there.
Yeah.
What a great play design. Makes you wonder, what else has Coach Henry got in his back pocket
Yeah,
that he hasn't
I know.
shown us yet?
Coach Van Hook, the offensive coordinator, I've obviously worked on some things that are a little bit different, getting a little trickier. But I think that's something that you bring out in the season when you hit playoff football. Sometimes you change things up. You make things look a little bit different because it is keeping the defense off balance.
Right, correct. And that's really the main goal you want as an offensive coordinator. You want to keep that defense guessing.
Yep.
You want to keep them on their heels.
15-13, Van Buren Pointers in the lead in this first-round playoff game. 10:02 to go in the second quarter. Kick is deep, and surprise, surprise, that ball went into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Marian Patriots will start at the 20-yard line. Great job. That last drive was a bunch of chunk plays all the way down to the 5-yard line. You had a pass across the middle for 12 yards. Then you had about 13, 14-yard play with Christenberry up the middle. Then Christenberry went to the outside to the 5-yard line, and then they punched it in on 3rd down. Just a great drive.
Running the ball with confidence, Tim.
Yep.
Downhill running like we were doing, like I mentioned at the beginning.
Walker
Good pressure.
in the gun. Wow.
That was Jace Ponder on the pressure there.
Jace Ponder came in, and he was in his face right, and I'm telling you, that ball was nearly picked. That would have been huge.
And Tim,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Talking to Jace Ponder before the game, we were down there and we kind of talked to him, and the term "bring that wood" got used. He was ready.
Quick hit up the middle. Good run. That was under center. You don't see Walker going under center for the Marian Patriots very often, but then he went under center, and Rico Ward just hit that hole very quickly. They're quick right into the line like that. Motion to the left, motion to the right. And he's got to the outside. Oh, we're going to have a hold right there. That's coming back.
Yeah, that's in the area of holding in the backfield.
Yeah.
That's got to be coming back because it looks like our defensive lineman had a hand on the running back.
He did.
And all of a sudden got pulled back just a little, just enough to where he couldn't reach him. Great call there by the official.
Big number 77 for Marian. He's one of their big offensive linemen. Gavin Latham grabbed and held our defender. And I'm sorry, I don't have a name. Was that Antoine Cooper?
No,
who was that?
No. I don't believe so.
Oh, it's either 56 or 50. I'm sorry, it was either Antoine Cooper, but we don't have anybody listed as number 50 on our roster for the Pointers. Timeout right now.
Got an injured pointer down over there on the other side.
We've got a pointer down on the 50-yard line. So, Austin, great job right now. We had that big play by the Marian Patriots who broke that who broke the long run, that 60-plus yard run. But the last 2 drives, you look at the Pointer defense, the defense they've been able to figure something out, and they've been able to shut them down.
They have. You know what? And I think that those 2 long offensive drives for Van Buren has given the defense some time, and the defensive coordinator to come over and talk to him and say, guys, come on. We're okay. We're fine. Let's calm down. Let's get back to doing what we know.
Yeah.
And they have. And you know what? They just got to keep this energy, keep up this effort here, and just hit your assignments, and I think they can be successful.
Well, the injured Pointer was Tristan Ray. He was playing cornerback over on that left side of the defense, and he's walking off. He seems to be fine. He seems to be walking off on his own power. Just one of those little bit of a hiccup. He looks like he's okay. We'll keep you informed. We don't need to lose him tonight. Now, this is a little bit of a trick play. Walker back there throwing a wide on this spread. That was a great tackle. Again, going down, cutting his legs out from under him. That was number 7, Jeremiah Dent for the Patriots, and he was way back, wide out, but way back, and that was a backwards pass.
Backwards, yeah.
And just trying to kind of look like a Canadian football play where they try to get that speed rushing up and getting moving down the football field. Walker back. He throws a nice deep ball, and that's caught. Caught by his wide receiver. Honestly, that was just a well-thrown ball because the coverage was there. He threw it. He put it right in the bread basket to Amani Wren.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Tim, when you get up against a caliber player like this, sometimes good players just make good plays.
Yeah, and he did.
And that was
and
one
you're
of
right.
them.
Boy, 4 in the backfield. Handoff to Solomon Flores. Good job by the defense, stacking that up. They want to get to the outside, Austin. That's only about a 3-yard gain.
And they're trying,
gain.
and you know, the Pointer defense is doing a great job of kind of keeping them contained and trying to keep them in the middle of the field. They're not getting that outside edge like they did on the first 2 possessions where they scored touchdowns. And I think that is also very frustrating for Marian because they want to get to the outside and beat you with their speed.
That's exactly right. Now they've got a huge stack to the left. Oh, this is just a quarterback run. Walker. Now we got a big 3rd down coming up. Walker taken down after about a 2.5 yard gain.
Tackled by Donovan Aiken.
Now you got 3rd down.
3rd down.
3rd down and about 4. He's under center. Walker's under center. He's got 3 men in the backfield. Now we need pressure. Oh, and good job.
Great job breaking up that pass.
That was a great job.
4th down.
I think that was Jackson Silvers on the pressure there.
I think that was Jackson Silvers. I think you're right.
He was looking to make a hit. He made that quarterback drop way, way back.
And he had to throw off his back foot. We talked about he's not very accurate. But then Taylon Jones did a great job because the receiver had some space. He got the ball in his hands. But Taylon Jones came in and just knocked it out. Big 4th down here. 4 split wide to the left. Excuse me, I'm sorry. We got a man in motion. Now we got 3 to the right. We got a reverse. He's fumbling the ball. Jackson Silvers, another mistake by the Marian Patriots. They put the ball on the ground, and the Pointers are on it immediately. Jackson Silvers, the man in the spot where he needs to be when he needs to be there.
Oh, man, that was awesome. He was coming in hot. He read that reverse perfectly. They did. That was another miscue by Marian there, but he saw that ball on the ground, and they weren't taking it away from him. That was his.
We talked about before this game started that it was going to come down to, these teams were fairly evenly matched. It was going to come down to turnovers. And so far, right now, the Pointers lead 2-0 in the point-over battle.
And, Tim, I'd say that defense is a little bit fired up right now.
I think so. 7:37. Williford hands off to Christenberry. Christenberry up the middle. Good power run. Again, right up the gut. 4-yard gain by Christenberry.
Tackled by Marian Basemore. 2nd down.
Wilford hollering the play, getting it from the sidelines, hollering the play. Christenberry just behind him. Oh, good defensive play. They were able to beat their blocks. They met him right at the line of scrimmage. Actually, he lost a couple yards on that play.
Tim, with this next third down coming up, you've almost got to wonder, is this Austin Riggs territory?
Yeah, you know, I mean, Phillip Steele's kind of been the man tonight. We haven't thrown the ball a ton. Boy, they almost got the Patriots to jump right there. He kind of held his water. He stayed where he needed to be. Williford getting the play in now. Giving him time, trying to set up the screen. Oh, man. I'm telling you, that was set up so nice. You just talked about hadn't seen Riggs. Riggs gets the ball. He's able to – he had some space. And
he did.
Oh, to slip like that, man, that's frustrating right there.
That is, and he's frustrated too. You can see him coming off to the sideline. His teammates are coming down and saying, "Hey, you know, it's all right. You're fine. You slipped, but you know what? Let's get out there on the next possession and take it to him."
That's just one of those things where the turf monster gets you, and you got to live with it. Good kick. Oh, he caught it on the run. Great job on the coverage.
Run by K.R.S. Hill.
That was Abe Cohn coming up and making a great tackle on that coverage on that punt. It was a good job making it look like going to the ground as the punter, making it look like maybe something happened. You know, hey,
well,
you never know. You never know.
Hey,
you know.
You don't know unless you try.
That's right. Walker's back now. There's under center, man in motion. He's hands off up the middle. Oh, he's got some speed. That's one of those. Oh, that is just one of those. When you make first contact with somebody with that kind of speed.
Oh, there should have been another one.
Flag on the play.
Should have been two.
And we have one over here on this side too. We have one over on the near side, closer to the pointer bench, right at the line of scrimmage, and then we have that one down the field. They're walking backwards, so it looks like it's going to be.
It's coming back. This flag down here, Tim, I don't know if you saw it. There's just another one like we saw earlier, just a little bit of fighting after the play.
Yeah.
And
oh, another. Oh, man.
Penalties.
They're going to offset those again. Okay, so I didn't get the numbers. He just said defense, and he said offense. He didn't give us the numbers, so we don't know who they're on. But, again, that's one of those you've got to pay attention because as a player, if you get a second, you're going to have problems because you're going to be ejected.
I know this one down here was on number 17 for Marian. I don't know if the other one came from
Solomon Flores.
Yep. That's a personal. That's unsportsmanlike conduct. That's his first. We've had 4 in this game so far in the first half.
Jeremiah Dent was able to get to the outside. He was able to break a couple of tackles, and that's with somebody with speed like that. If they're able to break a couple of tackles and they can get some open space, they can really hurt you. Officials are still discussing what the situation is and what happened. I don't know if they're trying to compare numbers and make sure, because that's the one thing you have to do as an official. You have to write the numbers down on the unsportsmanlike conduct fouls so that you can keep track, so that if somebody does get a second one, they will be ejected. All right, now more whistles. Timeout, Van Buren.
Yeah, I think in this situation, Tim, that's a good use of the timeout there. Bring your guys in, say, okay, everybody breathe. You know, tensions are high. And like I said before, a lot of energy down there on that field. Mm-hmm. It's playoff season. These guys are pumped up. You know, there's going to be a little bit of extracurriculars going on after, but, you know, the referees are doing a great job of kind of, you know, handling this and getting it nipped in the bud early. And I think that's going to be a key factor for later on because tensions are high this time of year.
Yeah, and it'll get chippy the closer this game stays, and you've got to make sure, and I think, like you said, that was a great timeout by Coach Mo Henry to bring his guys over and say, settle down. Don't retaliate. the second guy is the guy typically that gets seen, and that's true. I mean, it's a cliche, but I'm telling you, as an official, your attention is on where your zone is. But if you get pulled away, it's usually the second guy that you see and not the first guy that instigates it. All right, Marian Patriots set up at the 23-yard line of the Van Buren Pointers. Walker under center, 3 backs. He's got a man in motion to his left. Comes back. It's a handoff up the middle.
They held on to it.
Good job by the Pointers to make initial contact. These guys are tough. They're hard runners. You've got to be able to, when they make that initial contact, being able to get them on the ground is important because they can really push their way for 3 or 4 more yards.
Yeah, Tim, and that's one thing we've noticed with this running attack for Marian, especially when they're running up the middle. They've got that big physical offensive line, and they're going to try to get behind them and run. But you know what? These running backs are fighting for yardage. They're going to fight for every inch. And Van Buren, we just have to keep doing what we're doing. Tackle when you make contact, try to get them down.
Marian set up in the gun again. Now it's a direct snap. Jeremiah Dent.
Run by Harris Hill.
He was able to get up the middle and
Kajaris.
cut it to the outside.
Kajaris Hill.
Oh,
Number
Kajaris Hill.
6.
Okay.
Number 6, I think.
Number
was on
6,
the carry
okay.
there. That's what it looked like.
Number 6, Kajaris Hill got the direct snap.
First and goal from the 7-yard line.
Now, first down and goal from the 7-yard line. Now's the time for the defense to really stiffen their neck. They've done a good job against this big, really big offensive line of the Marian Patriots.
Yeah, Tim, I agree. I mean, they're coming at them. They're making them work, like we said at the beginning.
They're going to do a direct snap again. This time, now Rico Ward trying to get to the outside. They're stretching him out. Great job by the defense. Darren Mays made a great job on the tackle. Jace Ponder was out there just stretching it all the way out.
Looks like we got a penalty here.
Oh, man. Okay.
Holding
Well,
on the
oh,
offense.
man. Oh, man, okay. We'll take that. Offensive holding is going to move them back 10 yards from the previous line of scrimmage. They're going to go back 10. They'll repeat the down.
17-yard line.
That's a help.
And you know, if you look back at Marian football throughout this whole season, they've had a lot of problems with penalties.
Yeah,
They
really
They have
have.
hurt themselves quite a bit, and
You're
we're
right.
seeing a little bit of that tonight.
Some more direct snap to Kajaris Hill right now. He's able to pick his way through. He kind of cut between 2 pointers
Carried by
and
Harris Hill.
able to get back a little bit of that yardage.
Yeah, Tim. I mean, he just shed that first defender and utilized his speed a little bit and hit that hole. He doesn't need a whole lot of room to really take off. But great job by the Pointers there, you know, to bring him down inside the 10. Second and goal from the 8-yard line. Let's see if we can make a stand here.
So Hill is in as quarterback. Walker's out now. Now they're switching back. Now they're shifting back. Now this is their defender that is he's a power runner. They like to bring him in. Number 9, he is a power runner because he is Zayden Wilson. Zadine, actually. Zadine is what they told us, that how you pronounce his name. Did his helmet come off? They've killed the clock, and
Looks like he's down.
okay, maybe he's hurt. Yeah, Zadine Wilson. He's a quick. He plays linebacker. I've in watching them against Catholic and against Benton in the film, they would bring him in goal line situations. He's pretty fast. He's pretty good sized dude, and yeah, his helmet did come off. Now he's heading back to the sideline.
Good to see the young man get up.
Yeah,
after,
yeah.
After a
We
hit
don't
like
want to
that.
see anybody get hurt
No,
for sure.
nope, you don't. He took a pretty big hit, I think, and caused his helmet to go off. But great. seeing
Big
him
third
get up
down
on
now
his feet.
here. Big third down. Walker now is back in at quarterback, and he is under center. 3 backs. Good job by the Pointers. Well, he got some
stand there.
He got some good forward push, but the Pointers said, nope, you're not getting any further. And they shut it down, kept him from the end zone.
Well,
big 4th down.
Tim, I can tell you right now, they're going to go for it.
Yeah, they're going for it.
I don't think there's any question about that.
No question. 4th down. Walker under center. 3 men in the backfield. He handed off to the first back.
Looks
up.
like he's great job.
What a defensive stand. Do you remember Southside? Other end of the field, we're at that end, the south end zone, and the Pointers came up with a massive 4th down shutdown of the Southside Mavericks. They did it again in the first round of the playoffs tonight, right now, 4th down. The Pointers will take over at the 3-yard line, heading back the other way.
And you actually pushed them back a yard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the defense has got it figured out. They got upset about that 60-plus yard run, said, we're going to go figure it out. The offense stayed on the field long enough to give them some time for the coaches to figure it out. Bravo, Coach Haynes, and that defense for coming back. Direct snap.
Great run.
Tristan Ray right up the gut, 1st down. Boy, way to get out from the shadow of your own goalpost, move the ball, get it out, get yourself – oh, okay, I thought he got a 1st down. How about we just get it right here and make it a moot point?
There we go.
He got it. 1st down, Pointers.
And Tim, I want to go back to that goal line stand there on 4th down.
Please do.
They pushed him back a yard, and in that situation, that's a battle of who wants it more.
Yeah.
Who wants that ball?
That line and those linebackers. Our box is playing really well tonight.
They are. They're fired up, and they're on it.
Williford back in as quarterback, throwing one deep. Oh, just off the fingertips. Austin Riggs just off his fingertips, just a little bit high, trying to make something happen with 1:30 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Tim, that was a great look. Two guys were in the area, but he wasn't exactly covered up. He put the ball in a good spot, just a little too high for Austin Riggs. But you know what? Keep drawing those plays up. Keep passing that ball with confidence.
Yeah.
And let's just see what happens.
Hayden Williford back behind him. Directly behind him is Hayden Christenberry. He's back. He's looking for space. Now he's got Riggs. Riggs is close to a 1st down. Very close to a 1st down. Just short. They stopped the clock, though. There's 1:17. I'm surprised. Okay, now the clock's back to running again.
And you know
Minute
what?
10 left to go in this first half.
Austin Riggs needed something like that after that slip earlier.
Yeah.
That really is going to help him out.
Good job. Gave him time. Oh, Williford. If Williford can get the ball to Wilford on that instance, it was thrown behind him. He has got some room to maneuver. Oh, that was dangerous for the Marian Patriots because he had some room.
He did, Tim. And, I saw that ball. It looked like he almost reined it in. He was close.
Yep.
And if he catches that ball, you know what? I don't think that defense catches it.
No.
I think he is gone.
Yeah. It was just behind him. He was able to get his backhand on it and couldn't reel it in. Made a great effort, though. Now the Pointers in punt formation on 4th down.
They tried a little hard count there at the beginning. Try to get Marian to jump.
End over end. It's going to take a pointer bounce. Out of bounds at the 28-yard line of Marian. Marian will take over with 53 seconds to go here in the first half. 15-13. Van Buren Pointers in the lead. Both teams have scored touchdowns. Marian missed an extra point after kind of a fumbled snap on that extra point. And then the Pointers came back. They were able to score their second touchdown. They went for 2 on a very unique setup and play, and they were able to get the 2-point conversion. And there's your lead, 15-13. Walker back. He's in the gun. He's got 4 receivers to his right. They're going to try to make something happen here, it looks like, Austin. He's looking. He's wide open. Oh, Oh, my goodness. The defensive back just got turned around. He was out there, but then he just got turned around.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was all over that play. He got to the defender. Just got to turn around there, and I think if he gets his head turned around, that could have been an interception.
Now we've got a power run out to the left side. Pointers are stringing it out.
Oh,
The ball's on the
ball.
ground. Pointers got it again. Well, did he come in and take it away from him?
Looks like they're fighting over it still.
Well, let's see.
Yep.
Okay, pointer ball. Pointer ball. 30 seconds to go in the half. The Pointers are able to strip the ball again. The third fumble for Marian in this first half.
And Tim, I'll give you a guess as to who was on that fumble recovery.
Jace Ponder?
I think so.
Nice job. Nice job, Jace.
Great job there. Boy, Jace Ponder and Jackson Silvers, they are on fire tonight. They're out there making plays left and right. This defense,
And Darren Mays.
I'm telling you.
Darren Mays was out there too.
Yes, he was.
I'm telling you, they did a great job. And the linebackers are doing a really good job stringing the ball out all the way to the sideline, not giving him any cutback lanes, because with their speed, that's dangerous. Hayden Williford back. Christenberry behind him. Hand off to Christenberry. Off to the left. Nice run. Oh, upended hard. Ooh, is he? First down, 35-yard line of the Pointers. Christenberry is a little bit slow to get up. Boy, he got knocked tea kettle over top, and that was a little bit of a hard bump. They're going to give him a time. The Pointers call timeout with 24 seconds to go in the half, leading 15-13.
And you know what, Tim? You go back to all the miscues for Marian here, and the Pointers. We've caused a fumble, recovered it. They have fumbled the ball twice, and we recovered it. That's 3 recovered fumbles today.
Yeah.
And that's what you want if you're on defense, because nothing gets a defense more fired up than forcing a turnover.
Yeah, than getting it back. And it nothing frustrates an offense more than to feel like you're moving the ball, because they had a long pass play. Then they were able to get the ball. They were trying to run the ball wide. They got shut down, fumbled the ball. They're frustrated. They have to be. Pointers back on the field. Hayden Williford is your quarterback. Hayden Christenberry is your setback. It looks like the Patriots, they're threatening blitz, but they know that they're probably going to get a pass. They're rushing 4. Big hit. We've got a helmet off of one of the Marian Patriots after that hit. They'll stop the clock for that until he gets off the field. He's got to leave the field for one play.
You know what? That stoppage right there works out really, really well for the Pointers.
That was Draynon Brower on that catch, and he got hit hard. Both the receiver and the defender both got hit hard. Williford's back to pass. He's got – oh, nice job. Abe Cohn on the tip pass, tipped by the defender. Abe Cohn able to haul it in, but that will be the end of the first half. But what a great way to end the half, to get a fumble, get the ball down the field. Abe Cohn makes a great catch. We saw him do some special things against Shiloh Christian last week when he came in. So nice job by Abe. And now the momentum looks good for the Van Buren Pointers, because the Van Buren Pointers get to receive the ball in the second half.
Yeah, Tim. I mean, looking at Abe Cohn right there, catch that ball off the tip, and such great concentration. And you know what? He's about one broken tackle away from really utilizing his speed and taking off and scoring right before the half. So I think Coach Henry was down there trying to maybe plead his case a little bit for 1 second left on the clock. Boy, it was close.
Yeah, it was.
But great first half by the Pointers.
Good half by the Pointers. 15-13, the Pointers lead at the half. The band is here tonight, but they are not performing at halftime. There's a couple things going on. We're going to take a break. We're going to go to a couple of messages here, and then we're going to compile some things, get some statistics for you, and come back and look back at that first half.
Marian cheer team. Let's hear it for your Van Buren cheer team.
Hey guys, it's Lily Ann McKenna. We're here to invite you to our state dance competition on November 15th at Alma. We dance at 9:16 for jazz, 10:36 for kick, and 12:08 for ball. We have a few expectations like to not bring signs, megaphones, or phones. Please do not turn your backs and clap for everyone. Please wear your pointer grade and show up to support us. And as always, go Dogs.
Pointer Nation. The Prancers compete tomorrow in Alma for the 5A state dance competition. Their first routine will be jazz, which starts at 9:15 a.m. Their jazz performance has won the bronze, silver, and gold medals this season in earlier competitions. The next routine will be kick at 10:30 a.m. Their kick performance has won 2 silvers and a gold, as well as the Top Technique Award this season. And their last routine will be pong at 12 p.m. And it has won a bronze and 2 silvers, as well as the Top Execution Award this season. Good luck to our Pointer Prancer dance team. Let's hear it for them. Pointer Nation, the Van Buren High Pointer Pride Marching Band completed their 2025 marching season on a high note. They finished in the state marching competition with a first division rating, first in visual, and being named state runner-up. They received unanimous superior rating at the Arkansas Region Marching Band Assessment. This season, they also took home the Branson Marching Invitational Grand Champion Award, as well as the Bixby Tournament of Bands Grand Champion Award. let's hear it for our award-winning Pointer Pride Marching Band.
In Van Buren, camp isn't just a trip, it's a milestone. For all fifth graders, it's a chance to grow, connect, and create memories that last a lifetime. It's where lessons stretch beyond the classroom, where kids discover courage, teamwork, and the excitement of new challenges. For over 20 years, camp has been a cornerstone experience for our students, made possible by the pride and support of Van Buren. When you give, you're not just helping send a child to camp. You're investing in the heart.
Welcome back to Citizens Bank Stadium, Blakemore Field. We appreciate you tuning in tonight for this 6A West first round. Well, actually, it is just a 6A first round playoff game between the Marian Patriots and the Van Buren Pointers. And it's 15-13 Van Buren at the half. We have 15 more minutes to go in this half. The band, unfortunately, is not performing tonight. They're here, but they are not actually performing at halftime. Well, I'm going to give you some scores from around the area, and right now the Elkins Elks are up on Forest City 35-0 in the third quarter. Farmington is up over Hardington 20-0. Bismarck is beating Lavaca at the half 42-0. Little Rock Christian 23-6 over Harbor. Ozark is down by 2, 14-12 at the half to Bauxite. Paris is down to Drew Central, and they're playing at Drew Central. They're down 27-0 in the second quarter. And the Hackett Hornets are down 28-8 to the Smackover Buckaroos in the second quarter. Also, in the second quarter, Jonesboro is beating Southside, and they are in Jonesboro tonight, 21-14. Prairie Grove, 14-0 over Heber Springs in the second quarter. Boonville, 55-20 over Quitman, and they are at Boonville tonight, and that's still in the second quarter, 62-20. Wow, what a score! And North Little Rock is up 21-20 in the second quarter over Bentonville West. Also, Barton is over Charleston right now by 2 in the second quarter. So those are some of the scores from around our area, and if we get a chance later, we'll try to keep you updated. But in this football game, it has been really a good battle of the defenses trying to figure each other out. The Pointer defense had some issues early in the football game and then got it figured out. They gave up a long 60-plus yard touchdown run and then got it figured out after the Pointer offense went out and made just made a nice long 50-yard drive. Tristan Ray came in for that particular 50-yard drive. They were able to move it down the field, use some clock, give the defense some time, and after that, the defense came in and really did a good job of just shutting it down. And Austin, like we talked about before the game and then just as we've been moving through this football game, this is a team with a lot of speed at the skill positions, and the Pointer defense, they've done a really good job sideline to sideline.
Yeah, Tim. When you look at this Pointer defense, and when we started seeing it after that second touchdown by Marian, the defense really, really was trying to contain and trying to keep them from the outside, which they've done.
Mm-hmm.
But they started getting up the middle. They started getting some big chunk plays. And a lot of times you look at a defense when they're giving up big plays like that, they kind of get back on their heels, maybe give up a touchdown or give up something big. Then the Van Buren defense comes out and gets a goal line stand on fourth down, actually pushes them back a yard, and they stayed on their toes. They kept doing their jobs, and I think that this defense is playing so confident and on fire right now But that confidence, it's got to carry over into the second half.
Yeah, and I think it will. I mean, they're getting some good rest now. Van Buren will get the ball to start the second half. But I'm going to go back to the goal line stand. This defense, and I'll tell you, the most excited I had been at a high school football game as a fan was that goal line stand that really, if you look at it at Southside when they played here, and Van Buren won the game 17-10, and you look back and they have some power backs for Southside, and the Pointers shut that down. I have said this, if anybody's listened to any of our broadcasts throughout this year, confidence is huge, and you pull from that. And so when you have a goal line stand like they did just now in the first round of the playoff games, that confidence, you have something to draw from. If you look back to that Southside game, that defense says, we've been here before. We've done this before. And they come down there and they shut down a pretty high-powered offense with a huge offensive line, the biggest offensive line we've seen all year, and they shut them down inside the 5-yard line twice. Actually, 3 times, didn't they?
Yeah, it was 3 plays in a row down there, and they tried to run it up the middle. I think it was second. It started with a 2nd and goal from the 8. Then they got it down inside the 5 to like the 3 or the 4, and then pushed it down on 3rd down. Excuse me. On 3rd down, they got it down to about the 2-yard line, and then that 4th down stop. They said no more. That defense showed up, and they said, you know what? We've let you get this far, and you're not getting any more.
Yeah.
And they stood up.
And they actually, didn't you say, they pushed them back a yard?
They pushed them back a yard, and with the size of that offensive line, like you said, to be able to get a push backwards, wow. I mean, that is pure willpower. And I told you before, we went back to that earlier in the second quarter, and I mentioned that's a battle of who wants it more.
Yeah.
Who wanted it. And Van Buren defense, they just wanted it more, and they got it.
And something else to look at is we had 2 sets of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. One in the first quarter, offsetting, and we had one deep in the second quarter. And they were opposite sides of the field. We had one on this side of the field early on in the play, and then we had one in the tackle over on the opposite side of the football field. So we had offsetting unsportsmanlike conducts there. That means the game is pretty chippy. That means these kids are running at a high level emotionally, and that's something that the officials are really going to, and I guarantee you those officials are going in at halftime right now and they're saying, okay, look, here's what we've got. Here's the players, and they've got notes, and they compare notes, but they're talking, here are the players that we need to watch. And I promise you, the last thing you need as a coach is for your player to be on an official's radar, because 17, Solomon Flores was one that is on the radar right now for Marian, because the officials saw what happened. He was one, and I'm not saying I can't pinpoint any Van Buren Pointers, but we just know of one that we saw and how it happened, and the officials discussed that. And like I said, you don't want to be on their radar because they really watch you much closer.
Yeah, and like you said, it's chippy. It's playoff time. Mm-hmm. These guys, they're fired up. Some of these guys, they want to win so bad. And when your adrenaline's going and you're pumped up and you're ready to go, sometimes things like that are going to happen. But I think, like you said, the officials are doing a great job of keeping us under control, because the last thing you want is for something to get out of hand and players start getting thrown out or something crazy like that happens. So I also feel like both coaches are probably telling their teams in the locker rooms right now, like, hey, we've got to settle down.
Guarantee you.
We can't keep this up, because eventually it will turn bad and cost the team maybe a penalty, lots of yardage, maybe a player doesn't get to come back in. And these coaches, I guarantee you they're thinking of that. So if they just, let's get out there and let's just play some football. Let's go hit somebody and get some yards on offense, score some touchdowns, and let's have a fun playoff atmosphere. It's 15-13 at the half right now. It's a pretty close game.
Oh, yeah. It's anybody's football game at this point. Now let's go back and talk about the turnovers. 3 fumbles by the Marian Patriots. No turnovers in this first half by the Van Buren Pointers. We said before the game started that the difference in this football game between two teams like this were going to be turnovers. So moving into the second half, Van Buren has really got to think of ball security and then attempting to try to strip the ball and take the ball away. But 2 of the fumbles by Marian weren't even strips. They just dropped a pitch or a handoff.
Yeah, and for the Marian Patriots, you got to be thinking self-inflicted wounds can really, really hurt a team. Now, self-inflicted wounds for Marian work out in the favor for the Pointers.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we'll take that all day long.
Yeah.
But like you said, the no turnovers by Van Buren, ball security, like you mentioned,
right.
That's going to be a big key in the second half, because I can tell you right now, they're going to start coming after the football, especially if they get behind or it gets later in the game and you're desperate for a score. You're going to do everything you can to get that football back. So protecting the football is key here. And honestly, I think they've done a really good job of that so far, and just keep it up.
Well, and Marian also had 2 big holding calls. They had a big holding call at the goal line that moved the ball way back, and that was right before the stand by the Pointers, the stand at the end zone. And then they had one when they got a first down and they were they were in their own territory, and they had a first down that was called back, and then they weren't able to convert after that. So they've had some miscues and mistakes on their side of the football. The Pointers have had some penalties, but the penalties have been the ones that have been offset. The Pointers, we haven't had a holding call. We haven't had any big calls like that have cost us in this first half. If the Pointers can continue to play like that in the second half, and then maybe a couple more mistakes by Marian, that bodes well for the Pointers moving on to the second round. But I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We still got a half of football to play. And what do you think as far as Van Buren getting this football to start with and really doing something with it?
Well, Tim, sometimes it can be so simple as getting the end zone first and foremost.
Well,
I mean, just getting in the end zone is really what you need here. But I think that the key here is going back to that balanced attack. Mm-hmm. They did a great job of that. I still go back to the pass in the first quarter and second quarter to Philip Steele on first down for a big chunk play. Yeah. Now the defense is like, okay, well, you know what? They can throw the ball. And this is after we were pretty dominant just running the football in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Now they're going, okay, they can pass. So now we not only have to stop the run, now we've got to spread out a little bit. And I think when you get a defense into that position, when you force the other team to start spreading out and start trying new things, that's right where you want them. But you got to go attack them, and you've got to move the football. Take some time off the clock, get the ball in the end zone. And let me tell you something. We're warming up out here kicking field goals. Looks like the young man's about to tee one up at the 50.
Yeah.
try to put one through the upright from the 50.
Well, he's done that. He does that a lot. He comes out and he kicks these. And I would think from an opposing team standpoint, that would be just a little intimidating. But Derek Kelly gets out there and he absolutely booms these things. And this one's from 60 yards. Now, there's no rush. He has time, so whether or not he can do this under game conditions, but he's got the leg. That's what's impressive. And he missed that 60-yarder by about 1.5 yards, 2 yards.
And Tim, from here, that ball hit the bottom of the upright.
Yeah.
So that was dead center. He kicked it dead center. You know what? couple yards short there, that's a 60-yard field goal in high school.
Yeah.
That's a long ways. And seeing him do that, if you've got a kicker doing that with confidence, I don't care if it's warm-ups or during the game, anytime you've got a kicker kicking with confidence like that, that could be a big game changer, especially in the postseason.
Yeah. And I tell you what, I love that he likes showing off that big leg, because those other coaches, or the coaches on the other side of the field, are watching. Well, if you're just joining us, or you didn't hear as we were moving through the first half of this football game, you're missing a familiar voice tonight, Jay Baker. Jay is our normal play-by-play guy. He is exceptional at that job, and I am realizing tonight just how good he is, because I'm not very good at it, and I apologize that I am not quite as polished as he is on the play-by-play. But we miss Jay terribly tonight. But Jay's day job as a police officer called him away tonight, so he's having to take care of some police business tonight for the city of Van Buren, and we appreciate him being available and being out there keeping us safe and those that he worked with, so we appreciate him for that. But he can't be with us tonight. We were hoping that he might be able to join us in a little bit, but we're just not sure. He's got a busy night ahead. But I also want to thank our spotter, who is normally, you don't hear from him unless you hear him holler behind the scenes on our mics. But Austin Myers is with me tonight, and I really appreciate his input and just kind of giving me a chance to get a 10 or 15-second break, because he knows this football team. He's been with us on every game this year except for one. He just didn't travel to Greenbrier, which I'm still bitter about that he didn't go with us. But that's the only game he's missed, so he knows this football team. He loves this football team and likes to talk about what they're able to accomplish and what they've accomplished, and we look forward to hopefully a win tonight to move on to the second round. And if we do win tonight, it looks like that we will go to Sylvan Hills. We'll play the #1 seed from the 6A East.
Yeah, that's the way the bracket looks like it's matched up right now. And of course, you got to worry about this second half right here, but looking ahead, like you said, the winner of this game goes to Sylvan Hills, and that's no pushover there. But not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but
right.
That is something to look forward to, because, like you mentioned at the beginning, in postseason football, it's survive and advance.
Yeah.
Just like the NCAA tournament in basketball,
yep.
Survive and advance. You get one chance. You get one chance out there.
Yeah.
And, you got to go out there. You got to lay it all down, lay it all on the line, play your heart out, and, give it 100% effort. And no matter what, win or lose, anytime a football team goes out there, gives it 100% and plays with their entire heart like these guys are doing tonight, that's something to hang your hat on.
Yep, absolutely. Well said. And I want to talk a little bit right before we get the kickoff here that the Van Buren Pointer offense has struggled a little bit over the last several weeks against some really tough defenses. And tonight they have been able to move the ball, except for the very first drive of this game. They weren't. They had a few good plays, but you come back over here, Coach Van Hook looks at what they were given, and then they figure it out, and then they make some plays, and they really moved the ball well after that. They moved it for most of the first half, and really when they got stopped, they stopped themselves, whether it was a pass that was behind a receiver or whether it was a drop or whatever it may be. For the most part, the Pointers stopped themselves. And so I'm anxious to see how that we start off the second half. And a score on this first drive would be huge.
Yeah, Tim, I agree. I think if you get the ball here, you take care of it. And honestly, just keep running your offense.
Yeah.
Do what's working.
Yeah.
Marian probably made a few adjustments at the half, but I think you got to come out here. I think you still gotta run your offense. These guys, Hayden Williford's back there. He's passing the ball with confidence tonight. He's hitting his open targets.
And when Tristan Ray's come in, he's done a great job.
He's doing a great
job. Run
the
ball well.
He's doing a great job with his legs. He's really, really making a difference. They just got to stick to it. And we got a whole nother half of playoff football here to play, Tim.
Well, the Hans team is in because they're expecting what Marian does a lot, and that is an onside kick. But they're going to kick a little squibber down there. Blaine Pruitt will get on it. and he gets taken down. It was just a good tackle, and that was just kind of a tough kickoff to handle. It was just kind of squirting down there. The Pointers will start a little bit in a hole at about the 18-yard line.
Hey, you know what? That's just more field to work with.
That's right. That's right. And, if you look back, we had an offensive play where Austin Riggs slipped and fell down when he had an opening, and then a ball that was slightly behind Teray Wilford, who was wide open and had some space to run. Williford in the gun. Hand off to Christenberry. Christenberry met at the line. He got about 3 yards. He was able to just kind of drag a tackler with him and pull him to the left side for about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, that's a tough run there by Christenberry, and he's trying to run with some power right now, and that's something that you like to see.
You have Riggs and Wilford stacked out to the left-hand side. Second down, about 8 to go. Williford back in the gun. Hand off to Christenberry. Christenberry takes it right up the middle, stacked up. He's met by a big front of Marian Patriots and got about 2, maybe 3 yards.
And you know what, Tim, that was
third down and a long 5.
That was a good patient run there by Christenberry. He waited for something to open up. Nothing quite opened up like he wanted it to, so he just took a lane, and you fight for that extra yard or two, that can make all the difference in the world.
3-man rush. They're bringing an extra. Roll out by Williford. Rolling to his left. He's looking for room. He's trying to spin out of the trouble, but he's not going to make it. Got about a yard maybe. They rolled him out, tried to get him away from the pressure. I will say, again, watching film this week, several games, Marian has not brought the pressure that I thought they would bring tonight. They are staying back in coverage a little bit more. That time, they only rushed 3, brought a late blitz on Williford, who was rolling out to his left, really couldn't find a receiver, and then they just shut it down. This is a change interesting in our punt formation.
Uh-oh.
He's got some room. He's got some room. He's
First
got the
down.
first down. Great job. Oh, Coach Elliott is super excited with his special teams right now. And we talked about special teams being different. A fake punt, and it looked like it looked like a formation we haven't seen him switch into on a punt all year. And it looked like he was just going to roll out. And I think he had the option. He could have done a kind of an Australian rugby style kick, rolling out to his right. But then he saw all this room out there and just took off.
And you got a lot of trust in your punter when you draw a play like that.
That's awesome.
That was awesome.
Handoff to Hayden Christenberry. Big move up the middle. 6-yard gain out to the 45-yard line of the Van Buren Pointers. Now the Pointers will move. They'll get set up quick.
Second down.
And they'll move quick this time. And he's got a big hole off to the right-hand side. First down, big run by Hayden Christenberry.
And, Tim, what you like to see on a run like that, he gets through that first level, he gets into the second level, and he just lowers his shoulder.
Uh-oh. We have got a pointer down. It looks like one of our linemen. I can't give you a number right now. I'm sorry. I don't see which lineman's down. It's a great start. You have a fake punt like that, and then you have 2 big runs by Christenberry, and that can really kind of cut the heart out of a defense.
Yeah, Tim, I agree, especially with the fake punt. That's one of those that you draw up and you run it in practice a few times just to see, and they had the perfect situation right there. Everything cleared out, and he was able to run it right up the middle. He was trying hard for that first down, and he wouldn't got it.
I'd love to be able to tell you which pointer is down right now, but I do not want to say a number and tell you who may be down unless I know for sure, 100% for sure, and I can't really tell, to be honest with you. And so I don't want to concern parents or family members or loved ones, but it looks like it could be a leg injury. We'll just have to wait and see. I like to tell you the difference, whether it's a lower extremity or it doesn't look like it's a head injury or anything like that. They're working on his lower extremity. Oh, and he's getting help to his feet. All right, it's number 60, and that looks like that may be Jensen Hill. Unfortunately, Jensen looks like he's needing some help to get off the football field. And there's nothing you hate worse for a young man in a playoff game. And now he's trying to walk off on his own.
You know what? He's determined.
He is.
He kind of pushed his teammates off of him there.
He did. They came out to help him out, and he said, "You know what? I think I got this."
Yeah, I'm going to walk off this field. So.
But they're going to take a look at him. We have a training staff that is top notch. Okay, we're back to action now here. Williford takes the snap, hands off to Christenberry. He had a hole to the right, and he's able to get a solid run out of it. It looked like it was only going to be about a 3 or 4 yard gain, but then Christenberry decided, hey, you know what? We're going to just drag some tacklers with us, but we do have a flag on the field on the far side. And the flag is thrown towards the Van Buren side of the field, so I'm a little bit sure that this is probably against the Pointers. And it was thrown right at the snap.
64 offense, 10-yard penalty in the previous spot. Remains first down.
All right, holding penalty against the Pointers. We'll repeat the first down. They're going to move it 10 yards back from the previous spot. So it's going to be 1st and 20 for the Pointers from their own 47-yard line. Our first big penalty. Coach Henry is not overly happy about it. He was letting the white hat know, but that's our first big penalty of the football game. Christenberry with the handoff again, pushing the pile. He's just driving them forward. That's just a good run, a good power run by Christenberry. About a 4-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 16 for the Pointers, just inside Marion territory at the Marion 49-yard line.
Yeah, Tim, that kid's tough. He is so tough. And if you're on the defense and you hit him, you better hope some help's coming.
Yeah. He's a big boy, and he's only a sophomore. And he's a 1,000-yard gainer. So
we'll be calling that name for a couple years.
No, yeah. Williford now, he's taking it on his own. That was a design quarterback run, following Christenberry, only about a yard. So now we've got about 3rd and 15. 8:21 left to go in the second quarter. The Pointers got the opening second half kickoff. They got in punt formation. Then they faked the punt. We're able to get the first down. Looked like maybe, is Jensen Hill back in the game? Williford back. Hayden Christenberry's back to pass. 3rd and 16. He evades the rush. He's out to his right. Throws, overthrows. There was nobody really had a chance. Wilford or Riggs. That ball was just out of bounds. 4th down. You will probably see the punt team. This time you will probably see a punt.
I couldn't imagine you running the fake twice. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. But there's a first time for everything.
I was going to say,
there's a first time for
if you're going to really fool him, Manny Dotson coming out again. Now he's going to work the magic, not with his legs, but with his foot. End over end kick. It's going to be fielded at the 11. Pointers trying to string it out, and they'll get him down at the Marion 24-yard line. Good coverage by the Pointer punt coverage team. Oh, that was generous. They got him all the way to the 25-yard line. Okay. Now the Pointer defense coming out. Looking forward to them making their own statement now here in the second half to finish this off in this third quarter like they finished that half off, putting pressure on the quarterback and getting turnovers. Walker in the gun. Handoff up the middle, and he is met
tackle.
immediately. He is met immediately in the backfield. And it looks like Jackson Silvers. I'm telling you, Jackson Silvers is, I think he said, I kind of want to take the handoff.
You know what, Tim? If he had been there a millisecond sooner, he might have been able to take the
I'm telling you,
handoff.
he was all over Rico Ward. Handoff to Ward again. This time he's trying to get outside. Good
Great
job.
hit.
Again,
Big
Jackson Silvers finished off the tackle that was started by Darren Mays.
Brady Perkins took a hit there.
Yeah. We've got a pointer that's limping off the field, Brady Perkins, and then we also have a Marian Patriot down as well. There's some hard hitting going on out there tonight.
Yeah, Tim, there is. Like we were talking about at halftime, you know, these guys, lots of energy. These guys are fired up and ready to play in the postseason. You know, that tends to transition into some hard-hitting football.
Yeah, and, I mean, on that particular tackle, Darren Mays came in, kind of hit him and spun him to the side, and then Jackson Silvers came in, hit the ball carrier head on, and took him straight to the ground. It was just a good team tackle.
It was.
Now I'm trying to see if Jensen Hill came back out on the football field because it was the crowd cheered. One of the players came off. I think Jensen Hill was able to get back on the football field. No, I take that back. No, I see him on the bench. If you're listening, no, Jensen Hill isn't back on the football field. I think they're still working. And the ambulance is pulling up onto the football field. Not sure what that's about. Oh no.
No, they're waving them off.
They're waving them off. Yeah, I think that was just a miscommunication. If you're watching right now and you're seeing the ambulance coming on the football field, I think it was just a miscommunication. That was not something that they intended to have come on the football field. They did get the Marian Patriot off, and
he walked off under his own power.
Yeah,
That's
did.
a good sign. That's what you want to see right there.
Zayden Walker was the injured Marian Patriot, but he walked off. Now we're back to football.
Big third down here.
Walker's back to pass. He's got time. He's looking. Now he's getting – that's going to just –
Go out of bounds.
now the
Great.
question is, would that be considered grounding? You're going to have to – I think there was a receiver close enough maybe. The officials come up. They're not even really going to talk about it.
Yeah, Tim, it looked
He
like
was
he had
outside the pocket. He got it past the line of scrimmage, so I think he was all good.
It looked like he had a guy over there on the
Yeah,
sideline,
there was a guy
around
kind
the
of
40-yard
close to.
line.
But he was in the spot where he could throw it away without a penalty.
Great job by the defense there. Great coverage downfield. Great pressure, too. We flushed him out. And like I mentioned before, he's either going to get hit or he's got to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So great job by the Van Buren defense.
Oh, they're coming hard. Oh,
over
this
his
is
head.
trouble, and the Van Buren Pointers are all over it.
Getting points out of it regardless. That's a
Yeah.
touchdown.
Is that a
That's
touchdown?
a special teams touchdown.
What's he calling? Is he calling a touchdown or a touchdown? Pointers! Wow. They barely were able to recover that before it went out of the back of the end zone. If it goes out of the back of the end zone, it's 2 points. But obviously, we want the coverage in the end zone. Covered up, 6-point pointers. Turnovers. We talked about it. We talked about turnovers. We talked about making the difference. They have had trouble with their snaps, either low. The snap has skipped to the punter at least once. They had a bad snap on an extra point. That's why they only had 13 points and didn't get the kickoff. And then now the Pointers get a snap that went over the head of the punter, recover it for a touchdown. Here's the extra point.
Well, it looks like
No, we've got a whistle.
maybe a Marian player jumped.
Yeah, we got
on the
offsides.
guy.
Okay, so now you've got to wonder, you've got half the distance. Okay, now they're talking about 2 points. They're bringing the offense out now. Coach Henry's like, you know what, we just cut that down from the 3-yard line to the 1.5. let's talk about going for this. And they are.
No.
Nope, they are. They decided to go ahead and kick it. Okay, they ran the kicking team back on.
Yeah, because an extra point here makes it a 2-possession game.
Yes, you're right.
So
You're right.
I think that's an advantage
Good
right
point.
there.
Oh,
he squeaked it in there.
That ball. I'm telling you. We were sweating that one just a little bit. That was a line drive, barely cleared the crossbar and just inside the upright. All I could do was look at the officials and see whether their arms were going straight up or coming down, and no good.
Hey, Tim, it doesn't matter how it gets there as long as it gets there.
That's right.
That's the important thing. It
You're
got
right.
there, we're good. And I guarantee you that kicker, he must have been sweating it out a little bit watching that go through the upright. But you know what? That was Dodson.
Yeah.
Manny Dodson.
That was a good point in looking at it whether or not you go for two. There's no reason to go for two right there because now you make it a 2-possession game.
And you know what? The 2-point conversion earlier, remember how we talked about a missed extra point can really hurt you later on in the game. It's a 9-point game right now.
Yeah.
If Marian had made the extra point and got the clean snap, it'd be a 1-possession game. So that is, again, another miscue by the Marian Patriots that works out in the favor of the Van Buren Pointers. Keep them coming.
The punt by the Marian Patriots right there, the Van Buren Pointers were coming anyway.
Oh, yeah.
They were coming to try to block that, and so they were already had a head of steam coming at them.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Kickoff deep, and as usual, touchback. Ball will come out to the 20-yard line.
Big surprise there.
Big surprise. Now coming out, the defense, they've got to be feeling their oats right now. They have had some really good defensive stops of these Marian Patriots, and they're feeling it because they had the goal line stand, then they had the punt block. Well, it wasn't a punt block. It was over his head. The snap was over his head, and then they were able to recover it for a touchdown. Right now, the Pointers are flying high, and this defense needs to just shut it down. Walker in the gun, handing off, trying to get wide, and decent gain there, about 7 yards on the sweep.
That was some great blocking there by the Marian Patriots to allow the running back to get to the outside. Great play. Great job by the Pointers for running him out of bounds, not letting him turn upfield really at all.
Yeah. Jeremiah Dent took it outside. 2nd and short.
Run by Rico Ward.
Great job by Charlie Vaughn to come up there. Charlie did a great job. He did not quit on that football play. He came from behind him. He cut through the line. He had an opening. Charlie didn't quit. He kept coming, and he was able to drag him down. Now he's looking for the quick slant. No, incomplete. You know, again, I'm going to go back to what I said about Walker, Zayden Walker, the quarterback for Marian. He has got a really pretty floater, a really nice deep ball. He's just not as accurate. If you watch and the passes that you've seen tonight on those crossing and out patterns are not quite as good. Now here he's going with the deep ball. Oh, and right through the hands of the receiver.
And Tim, there was some great pressure there by the Pointers. They were right in his face when he threw it. Very well thrown ball too.
Yeah, it was.
He put that almost on the money. Just went right through the receiver's hands. Very fortunate, but great pressure and forcing a 3rd and long. Very, very big 3rd down here.
Yeah. And that Amani Wren, that number 12, he's fast, and you've got to watch him in a situation like this. And just overthrown. A ball crossing over the middle, and it's just overthrown. Again, I just think he's a better passer going down the field. And I think we saw that. That ball was put out there, and he was able to he was able to on that pass play before, but on that play right there, on that crossing, we'll take that. Just an overthrow on a wide open receiver.
And typically with quarterbacks, you don't see the better accuracy with the long ball, and worse accuracy with the short throws.
Right, you're right.
It's weird that it's opposite, but you are exactly right. Every long ball he's thrown has been pretty darn near close to right on target.
Well, now they got a good snap, and he's able to actually get the punt off. Short punt, but it takes a Marian bounce, and it's going to roll, golly, almost 20. It's still rolling. Yeah, that went about 20 yards from where it hit. They were fortunate to get that kind of, because that was going to be about the 45-yard line, but then it took a huge bounce and roll. It'll be the Pointer ball at the 25-yard line. The Pointer's 25.
Tim, I was watching the entire Van Buren coaching staff. All of them are waving their hands saying, no, no, get away from it. Let it roll. Let it bounce. Who cares? Do not touch that football. And we did a great job there backing off of it. That's one of those where, you know what, just run away. Don't get anywhere near it. Let it bounce. Get your offense on the field.
If you've ever been to a football game and you hear him out there screaming, Peter, 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 Peter is a universal get away from the punt, get away from the ball. Now, offense back on the field for the Pointers. Bad snap.
Oh, no.
Tristan Ray kind of trying desperately to get a hold of it and try to do something with it, but it's second down. The Pointers were able to get back on top of that football. Whew. Okay, we talked about mistakes. We talked about differences in the football game. The Pointers got a big holding call on that last series. Now we had a fumble, but we were able to get back on top of it. Let's limit that, not see any more of it. 5:15 to go in the third quarter. Tristan Ray in at quarterback. He'll take the ball, cut it up, finds a hole, and he's able to give out about 5, maybe 6 yards on that carry.
All the way down to the 29-yard line there. I mean, you're looking at what, 3rd and 6 here, and you know that run was huge. You got back to within striking distance.
Tristan Ray again. Now he's just taking it, following Christenberry through the hole. And the defense, of course, now their expectation is when they see number 8 in the football game, they're going to key on him a little bit. And he was still able to pick up a couple yards, but now we're looking at 4th down.
Yeah, just trying to keep the defense honest there on 3rd down.
They're trying to rush. I think they were trying to catch. Oh, that's a muff punt. Do the Pointers have it?
Man,
boy, there is a huge scramble after a muff punt. Let's see. They're trying to unpile them. Pointers are pointing their direction, as you would expect. No, the officials are showing.
Recovered.
He was able to recover it.
Well, they're still fighting for it down there.
Yeah, as you would expect. But once the decision is made, the guys might as well quit because the officials have already decided who's got the ball once they point that direction. So it'll be 1st down Marian after a nearly disaster for the Marian Patriots, but almost a gift for the Van Buren Pointers. 15-yard line.
And Tim,
for the Patriots.
As soon as that ball was snapped, I noticed Marian had a player still running off the field. It was close. It was very, very close. Very fortunate there for the Marian Patriots. But you know what? Your defense is back on the field now. Let's see if we can't get a big stop here.
Walker in the backfield. Zayden Walker in the backfield. He's flanked. Now a man in motion. He hands off. This ball's cut up the middle. It's just a misdirection play to the other direction, and he's got the speed. He has got the speed, and he has got the distance, and he has got the touchdown against the Pointers. Just a big play. And again, you're taking a defense that is a well-pursuing defense, and you just cut the ball back against the grain, and that can happen sometimes.
Tim, number 7 there, Jeremiah Dent, he hit that hole and just exploded. He was determined. He's got a quick first step. And with a player like that, anytime he gets to the second level of the defense, it's tough.
Well,
But
you don't get a mitt. If you don't get a mitt on him coming through there, and he's got that kind of speed, he's going to be tough to stop.
yep.
Well, that was a big play, almost a near disaster for the Patriots.
Get a whistle here. Maybe a flag. Looks like a flag on the other side.
Oh, they're going to move him back 5.
Kicking team, 5-yard penalty, retry.
So, 22-19 with 3:56 to go in the third quarter.
And
Marian attempting their extra point. Snap's good, kick's good.
Well,
Extra point.
22-20.
Good.
we've got a ball game.
Oh, there's definitely a ball game.
We've got a ball game on our hands here,
After the score,
and you know what? We're still only in the third quarter. We got a long ways left to go.
Yeah, we've got 3:56 to go in the third quarter. You've got to be careful. The Pointers need to have a good, methodical drive now. They need to get this football and they need to move it down. They need to take the rest of this time off the clock, maybe even a couple minutes into the fourth quarter. Score a touchdown would be the best, because the dangerous thing is we've stopped the Marian Patriots, but they are a quick strike offense. They've got the ability to strike quick, whether it's with their speed deep or whether they can make a run like they just did, which was an 85-yard run, because that was one play for 85 yards, and they can get there in a hurry.
Yeah, Tim. I mean, they, like I said, that young man exploded through the line right there. Nobody got a hand on him. Just a great offensive play. But you are in the postseason, and nothing's easy.
Yeah.
There's nothing easy here. And as far as the offense goes, first you got to recover this onside kick.
I was
if
gonna
they
say.
kick one, no,
Okay, now they're
going
to pooch it. Now he's going to catch this one. And I think that's Abe Cohn, and he's able to get it up just past the 35-yard line to the 36-yard line.
I think that's Blaine Pruitt.
I'm sorry,
there
Blaine
on the
Pruitt. I don't know
carry.
why I thought that was Abe Cohn. It looked like at 11, but it is
It
Blaine
did when he
Pruitt.
turned
I'm sorry.
around.
When he did.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. I told you. We miss Jay. But
He's the eyes up here.
yeah,
He's
and Blaine
got the
Pruitt
good
is
eyes.
typically back there. I don't know why. It just looked like an 11. I don't know why. But anyway, it was a great job by Blaine Pruitt catching that, not letting it bounce around back there, and able to get the ball up and now get decent field position at the 37-yard line. Williford's back in at quarterback. He hands off to Christenberry, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage, and he's not able to get much at all. The downside to such a big play like that is it's exciting for the Marian Patriots, and now their defense is back into it. Now they're feeling a little bit of momentum, and that's why a drive here and at least a couple of first downs would be extremely helpful for our defense, and just to kind of put Marian back on their heels a little bit more. Williford in the gun. He's back. Quick pass across the middle. Oh, and just dropped by Teray Wilford. Just one that you would have had a third and manageable, but not much you can say about that. It was just a drop.
Yeah, Tim. Unfortunately, sometimes these things happen. I mean, he had a lot of space over there. Well thrown ball by Williford there. Put it right where he needed to put it. Just an unfortunate drop. But you know what? Williford's got to get that out of his memory. It's short-term memory from here on. You just got to
Williford
get
back.
up there.
He's rolling to his left. Throws it down. And it just wasn't a good pass. He was on a roll and wasn't just able to get it to him. And his intended receiver, it looked like that he was looking for number 84.
Number 80, Philip Steele was the one that he was looking at there on the sideline.
I keep forgetting that Phillips' number changed during this year.
So, Tim, in the first half, we talked about a lot of miscues by Marian in favor of the Pointers.
Yeah.
So,
well, just like we talked about, some unforced errors. Great coverage. Good job on the coverage right there. Yeah, because that could have been turned out to something decent, and they were able to trip him up and get him down at the 25-yard line. It will be Marion's ball at their own 25-yard line. We've got, well, we started that drive at 3:56, and now it's 2:56. So the Pointers only took a minute off the clock there on that one. Didn't get much going. And again, unforced errors, a drop pass, an errant pass to an open receiver that was cutting across the field. Now it's time for the defense. Lick their wounds, get themselves back, get themselves upright and ready to go.
The last drive does not matter. This is a whole new ball game now.
That's right.
Settle in. Keep doing what you've been doing.
Man in motion. They're going to hand it off up.
Great
Good job
tackle
by the defense.
there.
Good job, D.
Looked like
Good job.
Antoine Cooper there.
Antoine Cooper, Jackson Silvers was in there.
Antoine Cooper, man, if he gets in the backfield, good luck.
Blaine Pruitt was back there. I'll tell you what, Antoine Cooper, if he gets his hands on you, that is one strong kid.
You're not getting away.
No. All right, now Walker under center, 3 in the backfield. Now he's looking to pass. Across the middle.
Good
great coverage by Blaine Pruitt. Great job.
Tim, it almost looked like Jackson Silvers
had a chance at
might
it.
have been able to
You're
get
right.
up there and
No,
grab
yeah,
it.
you're right. It almost
tried.
looked like it went through his hands.
Yeah. It looked really, really good from this angle.
Okay, big third down.
Big time.
Now they're going quads right. Walker back by himself in the gun. He's back. Not a lot of pressure. He wants to run. Now he's going to throw it. Oh, great
had his
job.
hands on it. Blaine Pruitt again.
Blaine Pruitt stepping up twice, knocking the ball away. Man, I'm telling you, that defense stepped up huge right there. After giving away an 85-yard touchdown run, this defense said, that's enough. We're coming back in. And they held them to nothing. 4th and 10. 3 plays, zip.
And those last 2 plays, Blaine Pruitt was on it, on both of them, had them read perfectly. Almost had an interception right there, had his hands on the ball. So
Austin Riggs back deep. Not a good punt. It almost seemed like off the side of his foot. Oh, get away from it.
That was close.
Ooh, that was really close.
He was hightailing it out.
He was
there.
trying to get the heck out of Dodge. Just trying to get out of there. I'm telling you. Play the game of hot potato.
Don't touch it. Don't
Get
touch
away.
it.
Yeah, don't touch it. Just get away. Good field position for the Pointers. Let's start the ball at the 50-yard line. Now, they didn't even use a minute of the clock. They threw the ball
3 straight
three
plays.
straight times. Didn't use a minute. 2:05 left in the third quarter. Pointer ball. Let's see them move it down and use some clock. Williford. Christenberry to the left. Gets outside. Oh, they roll. Okay.
That's a little
All
close.
right. 5-yard gain. So we'll come up with 2nd and 5. Christenberry out on the left-hand side. The Pointers, if you're just listening to us, they're moving from the north to the south end zone.
2nd and 6.
They're at the 46-yard line. Hayden Williford is your quarterback. Christenberry is your running back. Austin Riggs is split out to the right. Abe Cohn in the slot. Hand off to Christenberry. He is trying. He is going to get maybe a yard out of that.
Carried by Hayden Christenberry.
It was just a tough go right there. There was a lot of white shirts clogging up that middle. Big third down here. My question is, what do you think, Austin? 4-down territory?
I think so. Third and 5. I think if you get even 1 yard here, I think it is 4-down territory.
He's going to roll to his right. He's looking.
Great catch.
Great catch by Austin Riggs. First down. He had a guy draped all over him who came over and tried to just rake that ball. And Riggs said, nah, I don't think so. He took it, tucked it, went down right away, but not until it was a first down. Williford. Oh, man, that just didn't work out. I don't know if that was a busted play, if he just I wasn't sure if he was trying to hand the ball off to Christenberry, and then they just didn't make a connection. But he's coming off, and it looks like Tristan Ray's going in now.
Looks
Second
like
down. He lost 3.
Yeah, it
about
looks like
three
he
and a
lost
half
4 yards there.
Yeah,
3 or
4
4
yards.
yards on the play.
But-
Looked to me like maybe a little miscommunication with the quarterback and running back.
Tristan Ray's in the game now at quarterback. He'll just take it. It's almost like a straight
He got all that yardage back.
snap, and he just took it back.
Tristan Ray.
So now we're looking at third down,
Third down.
about 11 yards. The secret weapon is we have a field goal kicker that can kick it from here.
Absolutely.
He's got this distance.
It's always nice to have that in your back pocket.
Oh yeah, Derek Kelly, he's got that kind of leg.
They're going to let this run out here and get to the
Take
fourth
it to the
quarter.
fourth quarter. I think that's a great plan. 22-20, Pointers lead this game, this 6A first round playoff game versus the Marian Patriots. 22-20. We have 12 minutes to go in this playoff game. Pointers in the lead. Pointers with the ball with a big third down when we come back. Welcome back, everyone, to Citizens Bank Stadium, Blakemore Field here in Van Buren, Arkansas. The Van Buren Pointers are up in this first-round playoff game 22-20 as we start this fourth quarter. The Pointers will have a big third down as we begin. 3rd and 10 here in this fourth quarter, and it looks like that we're going to have Abe Cohn stacked behind Austin Riggs to the left. Tristan Ray in at quarterback. Hayden Christenberry in at running back. He's flanked to Ray's right. It was a
Defensive
jump,
line getting a
but
little
not
bit.
across. He didn't get into the neutral zone. So in high school, that's not going to get called unless he gets in the neutral zone. Ray back, looking to throw. Throws a deep ball. He's looking for Cohn. Oh, he pulled him.
Yeah.
There's the flag. There's the flag.
Looks like he might have almost caught that.
He was trying. I'm telling you, the defender was behind Cohn. He grabbed Cohn by the back of the jersey and just pulled him backwards. The back judge saw it, threw the flag. That's going to be 15 yards, and that will be a first down.
Credit to Abe Cohn there, fighting through, still trying to catch the ball. And I just saw the replay up here.
Yeah.
He got tugged,
He
pulled
did
backwards.
get it. Yeah.
Man.
That was one that you had to see as an official. I don't think you can miss that one. But now it's first down inside the 20-yard line. First down for the Pointers. Tristan Ray still in at quarterback. He's going to take the ball, try to follow Christenberry. Kind of jumps and falls forward. Might have got a yard out of it. Yeah, he got a yard out of it.
Maybe one.
We're going to have 2nd and 9.
Second down.
And Tim, being in the red zone here, you can really try all kinds of different things. You can open it up. You got a field goal kicker that you can put in from here if you don't get it.
Hand off to Christenberry. Christenberry up the middle. Had a hole there. It closed down. Good job by the Marian Patriots. Those linebackers coming in to shut it down, but not until after Christenberry was able to get about 4 yards. So we'll have a 3rd and about 5 yards to pick up that first down. If he picks up that first down, it'll be 1st and goal. Ray in the gun. Christenberry to his right. Cohn and Riggs to the left. Cohn in the slot. Riggs far to the left.
Riggs has one-on-one on the outside here.
Christenberry moved to his left-hand side. He's going to follow through. He's got a hole there. He's
Pushing forward.
Boy, he's going to be about a yard short, almost 2 yards short of that first down.
Decision time.
Yeah,
They're going to stay on the field.
I think they're going to stay on the football field. I think you need a touchdown here.
You think maybe a hard count's coming?
From the 10.
Possibly, because they have been prone to jump a little bit.
They've been getting antsy, those defensive linemen. We've seen them a couple times, not quite cross into the neutral zone, but they are getting kind of jumpy.
Now you've got Cone and Riggs to the right. Christenberry on the left-hand side of Tristan Ray, who was at quarterback. Now he's going to follow him through. He slipped a little, but I think he's going to move forward. He's got himself a first down. Great job. The line got a great push on that side. He followed Christenberry through that hole. Christenberry was able to blow the linebacker out. Tristan Ray slipped a little bit as he turned. I don't know what's going on with the slipping tonight, because we saw Austin Riggs slip once tonight, but he kind of got in the hole, slipped a little bit, but then was able to regain his balance and get a huge first down. First and goal, Pointers.
That turf monster's working overtime.
It is. Now you've got Hayden Williford back. He's throwing back. Easy touchdown. Great play call. Oh, they're excited for it.
Don't hurt him.
Touchdown to Thomas Cole. 87, Thomas Cole.
87.
You know what? Good for him. You know, the thing is, Thomas Cole is typically in there as a blocker. He is in there as a blocking tight end. He usually cuts down and tries to push that defensive end out. They made the flow, acted like they were going to go to the right. He snuck out after acting like he was going to block. Touchdown, Pointers. Huge. What a great play.
That was fantastic. What a great play design. What a great play call in that situation. It was ran,
up, and it is good.
It was ran to perfection.
It was
and
nice.
You still had Wilford coming open on the other side of the field. I was thinking that's where he was going.
Yeah.
And then they had everybody faked.
Fun play. Fun to score, fun to lead this first round 6A playoff game here in Van Buren, 29-20 with 9:28 to go in the fourth quarter. Now, we know that this Marian offense can strike quick. The defense needs to come out. They really need to fill those gaps, continue to work like they have. The defense has done a really good job tonight. They have just had some big plays where they've broken some long plays. They've had a 65-yard run. They've had an 85-yard touchdown run. So, but other than that, honestly, the defense has done a great job shutting this offense down and really working them from sideline to sideline.
Yeah, they did. And, you know, we talked about they like to get to the outside. They like to run to the outside. We shut that down. Gave up the big one up the middle to score an 85-yard touchdown. But you know what? That's in the past. You got a 9-point lead with 9.5 left to play in the football game, the first round of the 6A playoffs.
Here we go, kickoff. It's deep, and it is deep into the end zone, and that means they will come out to the 20-yard line. Just such a weapon.
Oh.
I mean, honestly.
That was a line drive, too.
I mean,
that didn't have much air underneath it.
Derek Kelly is really such a weapon, and I think the turnovers, we can go back and we can look at the turnovers, the fumbles tonight, but if you look at the special teams, I mean, if you look at the different phases of the game, the special teams for the Pointers have done a really good job tonight. They've scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
Recovered a snap. Okay. Patriots have the ball. Oh, he's got some room. Oh, they got to get him. Oh, okay.
Great tackle.
Touchdown.
Great tackle.
Saving tackle.
Yep.
Jalen Brown, number 17, Jalen Brown made a touchdown saving tackle right there because he had a head of steam and just got knocked off his balance a little bit, and he was able to bring him down.
That was number 4.
Handoff again. That
they
time,
hit him in the backfield.
Nothing.
Nice.
Right at the line of scrimmage. Met right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's how you answer.
Again by Jalen Brown. Antoine Cooper was in on that. I think Jace Ponder was in on that. Just a good gang tackle, like you said, Austin, and they were able to just stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Actually, he lost a yard.
He did.
Second and 11. Again, a handoff this time, straight up the middle.
Pushing back.
But now he's trying to go.
Great
now
job.
lost more yardage. They're going to give him forward progress at about the 34-yard line, which is another 2-yard loss. So now
That looked like
third
Mays
down
back
and
there.
13.
Looked like Mays back there came in, wrapped him up initially, and it's what we were talking about before. You got to wrap him,
Yeah.
you got to hit him, and then wait for help.
Yep.
And they did.
The pursuit's been good. 4 wide to the right. He's looking across the middle. Now he's
got
on the
nowhere to
run.
go.
He's in deep trouble.
Oh, no.
That might. Okay. Bang, bang play. You know what? We'll take it. Bang, bang play. 7 is down. He's not. Jeremiah Dent looks like he's hurt. The hit didn't look that hard, but
I think he might have landed. He might have got the wind knocked out of him.
Might have landed funny. Great defensive play. Great job by the Pointer defense to get him flushed out of the pocket. He rolled to his right, and he was just unable to find anyone. And then finally, he found a receiver kind of across the middle between the hash marks and the numbers, and just not able to make the play.
Great job by the defense, flushing out Walker, making him panic, and making him try to create something when there's nothing there. That's what you want to do. They flushed him out, pushed him towards the sideline. He was running out of room.
Yeah.
He made a panic play, and the Pointers stepped up big time there.
And
Great
honestly,
job by the defense.
Looking at Walker this year, that's not his strong suit. Rolling out and trying to make a play on the run has not been his strong suit. He's better of a drop back pocket type passer than he is on the roll. And I think the Pointer defense being able to get him to make him move out of the pocket and get him to roll to his right helped a lot. And now you've got a 4th and 13, 8:14 to go here in the fourth quarter. 29-20. Pointers lead, and this is a 2-score ball game. So even a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, Marian would still be behind. But now they're coming out 4th and 13 in punt formation.
Yeah, I think it's the right call there for Marian, going ahead and punting. Like you said,
we don't have anybody very deep. Austin Riggs is out there, but they're a little bit worried about the possibility of a fake here, because you don't have a Pointer deep. He's not kicked the ball real well tonight. Oh, that's just not but he's going to get one of those soccer style kicks. He's going to
get some roll out of that.
Yeah, he is definitely going to get some roll. And it is a really good roll.
Oh, he hit it.
Yeah, the referee saw it.
He saw him.
Yeah,
he tried to hide it.
Ball will be down at the 13-yard line of the Pointers. Just what didn't look like a very good punt was a line drive end over end punt that. And those, I tell you, I think, honestly, the coaches said, hey, let's stay away from that. They didn't even have anybody deep.
No.
Because he hasn't hit a good punt, and the 2 punts that were kind of like that were a little bit dangerous, because Blaine Pruitt had a hard time handling one, and then we had one that almost hit a Pointer as it was trying to travel out of bounds. But now
a punt like that, it's bouncing around all over the place.
Yeah.
You don't want anyone anywhere near that.
No way. All right, we've got Hayden Wilford back in at quarterback. Christenberry up the middle. About 3-yard gain. And now it's about the clock.
Absolutely.
Honestly, the Pointers have had some great drives this year, long, sustained drives. I'm talking 90, 95-yard drives. This is one that we need to see here and see a lot of time come off that clock.
Need to get about 3 or 4 yards here. Really keep that clock moving and keep Marian on their heels.
Williford in the pistol with Christenberry immediately behind him. You've got Riggs and Cone flanked to his left. This is going to come to the outside with Christenberry. Christenberry out of bounds at about the 22, 21-yard line is what he's going to mark him. He's going to mark him down between the 21 and 22. So now you've got third down. This is a big third down, honestly. The Pointers need to get this and keep the clock. They need to get the clock rolling because Christenberry went out of bounds. So the clock stopped with 7:08 to go in the fourth quarter. 3rd and just a little over a yard. Riggs and Cone out to the left. Christian Berry to the left of Williford. Williford's going to follow him. Boy, that is going to be close. Man, oh, man.
No, he got to the 21. Need the 23,
they've got it
I
fourth
believe.
down.
4th down.
That was Tristan Ray. Tristan Ray was in the game. Tristan ran that ball. And the Pointers are just short. And we've got another Patriot down on the football field injured.
Yeah, he went after the play was over. Looks like maybe a leg cramp. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a cramp. He's working it over like a cramp. It's not to say that cramps aren't serious. I mean, we don't mean to say that because they are super painful.
They are.
But they're something that go away as quickly as they come.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you just work to get them worked out, and as soon as they're worked out and that cramp releases, the player can come right back in and play football. It's not like it's anything serious.
Go to the sideline, get some pickle juice.
Yeah, or something along those lines. It's frustrating right there, Austin. Third down with a yard and a half and getting no gain, and now we're looking at fourth down when the Pointers really, really, really needed a sustained drive right there, and at least a couple first downs.
I agree, but on the positive side of that, you took some time off the clock. You got to get this snap off clean, get a good punt, some good coverage down there. Make them run the clock out. Make them use some timeouts and wear them out. It's still a 2-possession game.
Yeah, you're right.
So you get Marian to take a few minutes off the clock here, regardless of what happens. You know, you still got to be looking. You're still looking like you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, 6:49 to go. We're almost halfway through this fourth quarter, and the clock is running because the injured player is off the field now. The tackle was inbound, so as soon as that player
we got the
was
offense
off
on the field.
Oh, wow.
All right.
I think we're trying to get a jump here. I don't think they have any intention of snapping this football. I may be wrong, but I don't think they have any intention. I think they're trying to draw somebody off sides. He needs a good hard count.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do here. They're probably going to, they're going to let this run out. Call a timeout.
Yep, timeout, Van Buren. There's no way you're trying to. Oh no, they called the delay of game. They didn't use the timeout. Okay. Yeah, I think that was just trying to draw the defense off sides.
Yeah.
They have had a tendency tonight to jump a few times.
Yep.
They've had some offside penalties. They were hoping that might be the case. But
and you know what? You're sitting there on
no avail.
You got it in 4th and 1 or 4th and 2. Why not try that? I mean, like you said,
Sure.
They've been kind of jumpy on that defensive line.
Yeah.
All night long they have been. So, great.
Clean snap. Good kick, end over end. Come on. Roll a little bit for the Pointers. We've seen some good rolls for the Patriots tonight.
Okay.
All right, they're going to probably take over right at the 42-yard line. Their own 42-yard line. Decent field position for Marian. Now the defense needs to come out and really just kind of carve up any momentum that they might have. The defense needs to just snuff that out.
All right, defense. Got to keep got to stay fired up. Got to keep doing what you did on the last drive. Close those running lanes off.
Yep.
And make them make a play.
The box has played really well tonight. There's been a couple of openings where they've taken advantage of, but the box of the Van Buren Pointer defense has played well. Walker by himself. He's going to throw the football. Now he wants to run. Now he's under a lot of pressure. He's looking down the field, just not a good pass. He and his receiver just couldn't get on the same page, but he had to just get something gone out of that backfield because he was being pressured hard by that Van Buren front.
Yeah, great.
Charlie Vaughn, Antoine Cooper.
Great job back there, getting to the quarterback, flushing him out of the pocket. That's what they did on the previous drive. That
Nate
led
Silva's
to a
doing
punt.
a good job in there. Back by himself again. He's got some time. Slings it out.
Oh, he stepped out. Looked like he stepped out.
Yeah, I think he might have just
Maybe
stayed
not.
in. They got the first down.
Maybe my eyes were deceiving me.
Now they're at the pointer 44-yard line. First down. Clock is stopped. He went out of bounds. Now handoff to 4. That's Rico Ward. Rico Ward took the ball up for about 6 yards. The clock is running. 5 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Walker back. He's flanked on each side. It's one of the better passes. Flag
coming in late. I think he was.
He made the catch anyway. I think he's going to get the interference call.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
But he made the catch anyway.
Yeah, he's kind of draped all over him there.
Yeah, he got there. He got there a little bit early, but it's a moot point at this right now.
Holding an eligible receiver. Defense. 10-yard penalty results in a first down.
Holding an eligible receiver.
Yeah, I mean, he caught the ball at about the same spot. They probably got a couple of extra yards on the holding call. First down. Marian, the pointer, 29-yard line, just inside the 28-yard line, we'll call it. Now a flip, end around.
Great job by Silvers.
Great tackle.
Run by Jeremiah Dent, tackled by
Jackson Silvers, a young man.
He
is
was
all
not
over
fooled.
the place. He is all over the place. He just flat ran him down.
Oh yeah, he did.
Second down.
Again, we've just talked about what a great job they've done is stringing these guys out sideline to sideline. He's back by himself. He's looking for space. He doesn't necessarily want to run, but he will.
Hey, you know what?
Maybe he scrambled. They flushed him out, but he got maybe a yard. I think he got maybe a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and 11. Now, I can guarantee you Marian is in 4-down territory.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do anything less with 4.5 minutes left in the game in the playoffs.
Yeah. Walker by himself in the gun. Throw.
Oh, man.
He had his receiver.
Pass complete to Jeremiah Dent.
Jeremiah Dent on the catch.
Forced out by Brady Perkins.
Dent made a good catch. It was a good throw by Walker. Walker made a good throw right there. He was able to get out of bounds. They're going to go quick, though. Handoff this time, and he will score. He got up, made the initial connection. There was an initial contact,
Marian.
but he was unable to get him to the ground. And if you can't get that kid to the ground after you make that initial contact at the line of scrimmage, he's going to be gone.
Yeah, that right there. He just slipped right through the tackle.
Yep.
There was just nothing really you can do. I mean, goes back to what we said earlier. Great players make great plays.
Yeah.
And Rico Ward made one there. And now, Van Buren offense, we got to get on the field and take some time off this clock and hopefully get a score. Van Buren's pointing.
Well, yeah, false start. That is 2 false starts on an extra point. I'm not sure how you do that. I mean, what? I'm not sure how or why you would false start on an extra point, but it's happened. It backs him up 5 yards, so he will kick from the 15, which will make this a 25-yard attempt. Kick is up, and it just is good. It was no good. Okay, it was short.
Okay, so now,
all right.
Now we got a 3-point game. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
So, after the touchdown for the Marian Patriots, 29-26, they missed the field goal. That extra 5 yards mattered on the procedure call, which, again, just flummoxes me. But, hey, it is what it is, and we'll take that all day long.
Yep.
So, the kicking game for the Patriots have cost them tonight. The snap over the head of the punter that turned into a touchdown for the Pointers. You've had 2 missed extra points, one because of a bad snap, another one because he just couldn't kick it 25 yards. So that's, and they've kicked the ball onside 2 or 3 times, and they've not been able. Really, they've not even been close to getting one. Now let's see what they do here with 4:19 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Patriots are down by 3 to the Pointers. They will at any time do an onside kick, and they have several times tonight. They haven't kicked anything deep. It's only been a squib kick.
Yeah, they're gonna. Looks like they're gonna line up for the onside here.
Oh, they got a hop. That ball's bouncing
It's
around.
out of bounds.
It's hard to tell.
Looks like it went out of bounds.
That official is right on. He's right on that. Let's see what they're calling. He's talking to the white hat. It is Van Buren's football at the 40-yard line. Wowzer. They haven't come close all night long, and then they do right there.
Yeah.
Right when the Van Buren Pointers don't need them to come close to that. That ball, that was a well-done job on that onside kick by their kicker, because that ball took the hop right when it needed to at the 10-yard spot, and the Van Buren Pointer, and I couldn't tell who it was, tried to grab it, and the ball came out of his hands, and it was close.
I think that was Abe Cone out there.
Was it Abe Cone?
He had it, but it was a great bounce.
Tristan Ray in at quarterback,
He's got room.
following Christenberry, gets down for about a 5-6 yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 4 at the Van Buren 46-yard line. The clock is running, and that's exactly what we want to see. 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in this game, in this first-round playoff game here at Citizens Bank Stadium, Blakemore Field.
You know,
Tristan Ray's in the game at quarterback.
Less than 4 minutes left. You got second, about 4. That clock is ticking, ticking, ticking.
Yeah.
And that is what you want. They're going to milk this play clock all the way down to virtually nothing.
Yeah, you won't see them snap it outside of 5 seconds. They're stacking that line. Tristan Ray finding some spot.
Nice
Looks
run.
like he got the first down. Yep, he did. He got the first down. He's now in Marian Patriot territory at the 49-yard line with a first down, and the clock running with 3:20 to go in this football game.
I think Marian's still holding on to some timeouts over there. So
they are.
You get one more first down, I think you'll start seeing them use those timeouts.
Yes. I think under 3 they will start to call timeouts.
They'll start calling them. Maybe after this play. It's going to be in the threes.
It's very possible. 10 seconds on the play clock. Again, you won't see them snap it outside of 5. Tristan Ray, just more of Tristan Ray following that big body, big block of Christenberry. And there's that timeout. We said
There's
under
one
3.
of them, yep.
They're going to start to call timeouts. They have no choice. There is no 2-minute warning in high school football. You're going to have to call your timeouts, and if you want to stop the clock. And now we have 2nd and 5, and right now it looks like Tristan Ray to the left side and Tristan Ray to the right side, following the block of Hayden Christenberry.
Yeah, I mean he did great there, running right up the middle, following his blockers, being patient, and he just lowered that shoulder, protected the football. That's what we talked about at the half.
Huge.
They needed to protect the football
Yeah.
because they're coming in there after it now. They're going to lower their head. They're going to try to pop that thing out. You got to hold onto that thing for dear life.
Yeah, it is about ball security, because you're right. They are going to come after the football. We have put the ball on the ground one time tonight. That was on a snap to Tristan Ray, but Tristan was able to get back on top of the football. And so we have not lost a turnover tonight.
Tim, you almost want to get you want to get like 3 yards here, 3 or 4. Make them use that other timeout and then get a first down.
Tristan Ray, they've got that. Boy, they are stacked up in there. Right now he's trying to go outside. And that's Christenberry.
No.
And that was a big loss.
That was 4 yards in the
4 yards.
other way.
Yeah, they did have to use a timeout.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
So they are down to 1 timeout left.
This third down here is huge. If you get this down to about 4th and 2 or 4th and 3, I think you go for it and try to seal the game. But you got to get you've got to figure out a way to get upfield. They're stacking the box on you right now.
Oh, they had 11 guys on the line of scrimmage. The question is, I don't know if that last play was really designed to come outside or if that was just something Christian Berry didn't find anything into the inside and he was trying to just make something happen.
Kind of got forced. Kind of got forced to the outside.
The whole flow kind of went that way. And when you've got 11 bodies on the defense up on the line of scrimmage like that, it's really difficult to make some headway. Tristan Ray remains in at quarterback. Kristen Berry at tailback.
And Tristan Ray, he's got a pretty good arm too, so you got to watch out for that if you're on the Marian defense.
They're trying to get him to jump. Boy, they're coming. They're coming. I'm telling you right now, they are bringing the house.
Austin Riggs over here closest to us. Oh, there you go.
Find some room. It just closed down quick.
Throwing forward for a couple more. There we go.
Stayed in bounds, so they're going to run the clock. So we're going to have 4th down and about 4, and Marian uses their last timeout.
So, Tim, what do you do in this situation here? 4th and 3, 4th and 4, 4th and 3?
Well, you've got 2:30 left on the clock, all right? So they called their last timeout. The clock is, either way, the clock is going to stop. Either you get a first down and the clock stops, and it will roll after they get the change set. If you don't make the first down, the clock will stop on the change of possession, okay? So 2:30, you're going to run. The play is going to take about 5 to 6 seconds, so you're going to look at about 2:25 to go in the game. That's plenty of time. The fact that the clock stops on first downs in high school football, that's going to help Marian a lot. It's a tough decision right now. Coach has got the offense back out. It may be another one of those situations where you're trying to draw them off sides. You're certainly going to try to do that initially. Even if you do run a play, they're going to still try to draw them off sides.
Yeah, I think a hard count's coming here.
But you know their coach talked to them about, don't you dare jump over that football. Tristan Ray's looking. Oh, Austin Riggs was just forced out of bounds. There was just. Well, 4 seconds came off the clock. 2:26. We're giving the ball to Marian. First down from their own 40. Was it 43-yard line? Yeah. First and 10 from the 43-yard line.
And unfortunately there, Austin, I know they want to get the ball in the hands of Austin Riggs there, but that's tough. I mean, he got forced out. He got forced out by the defender.
Right there.
It was a tough situation.
Yeah.
But hey, now your defense has another opportunity right here.
Yeah. This is a statement time right now for this defense. They can make a big statement. The ball's on the ground. The ball's on the ground. There's a flag on the. There's also a flag on the ground.
Whoa.
I don't know if that play even counts, to be honest with you.
I think it looked like maybe the tight end on the other side jumped right before the ball got snapped, the center moved.
The umpire, the official in the center of the football field, he's the one that threw the flag. If he throws a flag that early, it's typically pre-snap. So like they'll probably put the 6 seconds back on the clock. There'll be 2:26. Although, I don't know, he's not talking to the clock operator. I can guarantee you the Marian coaches are absolutely fussing right now that they want that time back on the clock.
Van Buren crowd getting into it now.
2:20 they're showing on the clock. They're discussing it right now. The back judge and the white hat are discussing, I think, the clock right now because 6 seconds did come off the clock. And on a pre-snap penalty, you don't run the clock. Wait to see.
It looks like that's what they're discussing down there.
I think that's probably what they're discussing. I know the Marian coach probably brought that to their attention, but they're not going to change anything.
Nope, doesn't look like it.
Wow,
he said start.
That's surprising, but okay. 2:20 to go. Walker back. He's looking across the field.
Ooh.
Not a good pass. Incomplete. Second down and 15. 2:14 to go in the game. The clock will stop on the incomplete pass.
Great coverage there. I mean, great coverage there. Almost an interception.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times we said that tonight?
Right.
Almost an interception.
Yeah.
It hit the defender right, little low, hit him right in the hands.
It was about an 8 to 10 yard crossing route.
Yep. Let's do
Walker
it
again back in the gun by himself. Trips to his left. Now he's going deep. That ball's just overthrown. There wasn't anybody around.
You almost got to wonder. It looked like the receiver was coming towards the middle of the field. The ball was thrown to the sideline.
Yeah.
Maybe a little miscommunication there from Marian.
Yeah, I'm thinking that they weren't on the same page there. 3rd down and 15.
You know they're going to the air again. Don't let anything behind you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And again, they'll go for it on 4th down if they don't get it here. They're out of timeouts. There's 2:08 left in this game. He's got trips to his left, doubles to his right. Excuse me, trips to his right, doubles to his left. Walker.
Ooh.
And just dropped. Ball, he was open, and I'm telling you, that is Rico Ward, and that is the young man that scored on some long run tonight, and he had football field in front of him. And the Pointers are fortunate that ball was just dropped.
And I'm telling you what, I think Rico Ward was fortunate because Darren Mays had a full head of steam coming right, had an angle. Man, he was coming. He was coming in for the hit.
Here's the ball game. Here's the ball games, folks. 2:04 to go in the game. Marian in their own end of the field, 37-yard line, 4th and 15. Walker back by himself in the gun. Pointers rushing 3. He's looking. Rico Ward's got the ball. He's got the 1st down.
Man.
At the Van Buren 41-yard line. He was tackled in bounds. As soon as the chains get set, the clock will start. Quads to his right. Walker back. Looks like he's going to scramble now. He's got some speed. His only scramble of the night, and he's able to take the ball down to the 12-yard line of the Pointers. The only time he has really scrambled and really attempted to take off tonight. Van Buren will call timeout.
Yeah, you got to reset a little bit after that. 2 chunk plays in a row.
1st down and 10 from the 12-yard line of Van Buren. 1 minute, 41 seconds to go. Van Buren up 29-26. Oh, just frustrating. Had them 4th down and 15, and they were able to convert. That would have been the football game right there, Austin.
Yeah, and that's one of those where, as a defense, you just kind of get the wind sucked out of you. It's very, very, very deflating. But, there's still some time on this clock.
Yeah.
There's still, I like to use that word, opportunity for the defense. And even a field goal here, you force them into another 4th and long, they're going to try to kick a field goal here to tie it. But the defense, keep doing what you've been doing all through the first half, in the 3rd quarter. Stay true, stay home. This right now, this situation, you're tired. You played a whole game. Yeah. Everybody's exhausted. You've got to dig deep, and you've got to find it. You've got to find some way to find it.
Just don't get flustered. Don't get flummoxed. Just be ready to go. Okay, different.
It's about time
they
for
have
a
different
Marian
formation.
Hiskey here.
They're handed it off. He was deep behind. Good job by the Pointer defense to recognize what was going. He was deep and to the left, and a handoff to give him some speed, a chance to get his speed up. Pointers did a good job holding him to just a 4-yard gain. 2nd down, clock's running, minute 20 to go in this football game. An option.
There's a hole.
There's a hole right there. That's coming back, and he absolutely tackled him.
Great.
I think that's a great call by the White Hat at that point in the game. I mean, you try not to, but that's at the point of attack, and he just reached out and grabbed him. That's big, Austin.
10 yards from the previous spot.
That is really big.
Massive. And you know what?
So now you're going to have
knock them out of field goal range.
Yeah, for this kicker probably. So now you're looking at 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. A minute 10 to go. Clock is running. Walker set back with Ward in the backfield. Snap across the middle. Oh no,
my.
Touchdown, Marian. A crossing route. Ward faked the handoff, and probably one of the best passes he's thrown tonight across the middle. He hit him right in the numbers, full speed. Marian scored 32-29, pending the extra point. The Pointer defense is frustrated. You can imagine right now.
And you know the linebacker right there for Van Buren, I don't know if it was Mays or who it was there, almost had a hand on that ball. I mean, it went right by his hand.
The Pointers will have just under a minute to go when they get this ball back. Extra point, snap is good.
Blocked it.
It's blocked. That's dead.
That's huge.
32-29. That is very, very big with the field goal kicker that the Van Buren Pointers have. That's a big deal. These extra points, I hope, come back to kind of haunt the Marian Patriots, to be honest with you. 58 seconds to go in this football game. It's a field goal difference, 32-29, Marian over the Van Buren Pointers. Our big kicker, Derek Kelly, could tie this thing, and we have seen him, and now not in a football game, obviously. The record, the high school record in Arkansas is 55 yards. He attempted a 57-yard field goal and missed it by maybe a yard, and we've seen him kick almost 60-yarders just messing around before the game and at halftime, just warming up. So we know he's got the leg to get it there. So the potential for overtime certainly exists.
I think right now, you know, you're telling Coach Henry and the coordinators, telling their offense, hey, you know, let's settle down. We've got 58 seconds. That's a lot of time.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time. Couple big plays, boom, you're right back where you need to be.
And if I'm not mistaken, we've got two timeouts.
I believe so. I think we've only called one.
Yeah, we called one down there at that end on defense. And then now we've got 2 timeouts. So 58 seconds, clock stops on first downs, 2 timeouts. This game is definitely not over. And I don't see them onside kicking this one. They'll pooch kick this one down. Yep, it'll go to Blaine Pruitt. Blaine will take it to his left. He'll get it to about the 32-yard line. 52 seconds. 6 seconds came off the clock. 52 seconds when the Pointers will take that first snap on first down. 1st and 10 from their 32-yard line. Pointers will come out with Hayden Williford at quarterback. Hayden Christenberry at tailback. You've got Teray Wilford split out left. Austin Riggs in the slot.
It's like Carter Kelly over there.
Carter Kelly also. Looks like Abe Cohn.
You got plenty of speed.
Out.
Good hands out there.
Now just give him time. Give him time and let him get the ball out. Get the ball out, Hayden. Get the ball out.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I thought he was going to have it off the tip.
If that went like that and Teray Wilford were able to get that, we would have turned the tables in a hurry. 2nd down, 41 seconds to go in this football game. 2nd and 10 for the Pointers at their own 32-yard line. Hayden Wilford in the gun. Christenberry to his left. He's throwing down.
Oh, he's...
Wow, that's a tough one. I mean, yeah, okay, coverage was pretty good, but it also looked maybe too good.
Yeah, Tim, it's hard to tell from this angle, but it looked like Riggs was running up the sideline, kind of getting forced out of bounds again, but there was a lot of contact. There was a lot of belly to belly right there. Yeah. 3rd down 10, like
32-yard line. Williford back in the gun. They bring 4. He throws it out.
What a catch. Who else?
What a catch.
Who else? Philip Steele.
Philip Steele making a
the
huge
young man
catch.
is having a game tonight.
Hey, guess what? We're in field goal range for our guy.
Yes, we are.
First down, 28 seconds. Clock is running. Williford scrambling. He's looking. He just throws the ball out of bounds.
Good
21 seconds to go.
Hey, 21 seconds. You're now in field goal range. You got a couple timeouts left.
Yes.
You can go across the middle here. You don't have to go to the sideline. You can go across the middle.
Yes.
You could even at this point, you could hand
run
the ball off.
Yeah, you could even
hand
run
the ball off and run
sure.
it if you want.
Second down 10, 40-yard line of the Marian Patriots.
With 2
Second and
timeouts
10,
left.
Williford back in the gun. Christian Berry to his left. Christian Berry picks up the end. He's got time. He's got to find. We're using way too much time. Out of bounds. He called him out of bounds.
Okay.
It's about a 5-yard gain. 12 seconds to go. What you want to try? That went to Carter Kelly. Carter Kelly made that catch on the run to the sidelines, out of bounds. About a 6-yard gain. Right now, if you went from here, you're looking at about a 51-yard field goal. If he had to kick it from here, it'd be about a 51-yarder.
I think you want to get about 9 or 10 more, I think, just to.
He just can't take a lot of time running around. He's got to get rid of the football. Now you've got third down.
Well, now
7 seconds
it says
to go.
Fourth down over there. That can't be right.
Can't see what the official is. I think they're flashing.
I think
this
they're
is only
saying
third
third.
down. This is only third down.
It should be only third down. Fourth down.
That's interesting.
Tim,
I mean, the chain crew is run by
I thought.
Van Buren folks. This isn't. It's not.
Yeah.
Like it's, so they'll talk about it. But they had first down. He threw the ball out of bounds. And then he threw the crossing pattern.
All right.
Okay.
Got a timeout here, I believe. Yeah. We're going to call a timeout and talk about it.
Spot. Okay, let's go back and look at that. So we had first down. He threw the ball out of bounds over on this side. Then he threw the ball on the crossing pattern to Kelly. Out.
To Carter Kelly. Kelly caught it there. Third down
and
was
went
just
out.
that one because he threw it out of bounds on that last play.
So it is fourth down.
Yep, they got it correct.
Down. Yep, it is right.
It is
fourth down.
It seemed odd.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why it was.
Because there was a play after Carter Kelly caught the ball going out of bounds where the ball is spotted now. There was another pass down the field right after that, which that would make this fourth down. So that is correct.
Right.
It is fourth down.
They've got it right.
So we are looking right now where he's got that ball spotted. We are looking at a 52-yard field goal. 52-yard field goal, 7 seconds to go. Derek Kelly with a chance of a lifetime to hit a 50-plus yard field goal to send this game to overtime.
Snap. Oh, no.
It just came out funny. He wasn't able to get the ball. He wasn't
able to get under it.
He wasn't able to get under it. He was trying to kick a line drive. 2 seconds to go. They're going to have to run a play. The Marian Patriots are going to have to run a play. They'll be in victory formation. Just a disheartening loss tonight for the Van Buren Pointers.
Heartbreaking.
32-29. The Pointers played a really good football game. They played well on offense. They didn't turn the ball over tonight. They had a couple of hiccups on defense, but by and large, they played a really strong defensive football game against a talented and fast Marian Patriot football team. Nothing to hang your head about. This was a hard-fought game and a great job by these Van Buren Pointers, and they have so much to take away from not just this game, but what a great season.
Yeah, and I'm looking down on the sideline right now, and I see I see some of these seniors being comforted by their other teammates. Austin Riggs, Terway Wilford. It's a loss like this is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It is.
My heart hurts for the seniors. This is the last time a lot of them will put the pads on. My heart hurts for them because I wanted to see them continue on and continue to play football.
Absolutely.
It's been a great season for them. This football team took some great steps this year. Again, we go back to some of those wins. The big win against Southside, the big goal line stand, the win against Lake Hamilton. Just such a good year of football here at Van Buren.
Yeah.
And to go 4-0 since 1996, to host a playoff game for the first time since 2005. I mean, you know what? I love being around these guys. I love being around these coaches this year. And I tell you, as fans, you just need to, give them your best when you see them out and about in town and around. You just need to give them the love that they deserve. And we just appreciate that they let us be a part of it. We're sorry it's just not going on one more week.
Yeah. And, just a few final thoughts for this game today. Offense played great. A couple of hiccups there. Didn't turn the ball over. Took care of the football. Got in the end zone. Did exactly what you wanted to do. Unfortunately, defense, I feel so bad for them because they played so well all night long.
Yeah.
They played so well, made some big hits, recovered some fumbles. Special teams got a touchdown tonight. It was back and forth. Unfortunately, big play on 4th and 15 from Marian. Another big play on 2nd and long down here inside the red zone to score a touchdown. Unfortunate, but like you said, these players, they've got nothing to hang their hat. They've got nothing to hang their head about. They played hard. They competed. And for these seniors, best of luck to you in the future.
Yeah.
And it's gonna sting.
Yeah.
It is. A loss like this stings, but these younger guys, these underclassmen coming up, this is a feeling that they're going to have coming into the next season. They're going to remember this.
Well, moms, dads, fans, students, we appreciate you joining us this year. We have enjoyed being a part of it. I thank you for my partner, Jay Baker, who isn't here tonight, who is so upset that he couldn't be here, but he just had to do his day job. He's a police officer, and he had some things he had to take care of tonight, keeping us safe in the city of Van Buren, so we appreciate him. But I want to thank you. Austin wants to thank you. We want to thank Josh Smith, Lindsey Cottrell. We want to thank all the folks at Van Buren and that Pointer Media, Coach Mo Henry and the coaching staff here at Van Buren. I want to thank Drew Cohn and just anybody associated with this football program in this town and this school district. We appreciate you. We thank you for letting us be a part of this. And we look forward to next year and more exciting things. And Pointer basketball is coming up, and Pointer baseball is coming. And so we've got all kinds of, and dance, and there's more competition going as far as band and everything else is concerned. So a lot going on. We appreciate the fact that we get to be part of it. For Jay Baker, Austin Myers, Josh Smith, Lindsey Cottrell, I'm Tim Malone. I want to thank you for being with us tonight, and go Pointers.